Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Yeah, it's Page D Clean. Welcome, Page D Clean. First off, shout out to all my supporters and all my subscribers and sponsors. Special shout out to Sound Bangers ENT, Colorful Headaches, MXD Contour, Rich Lane Entertainment, Quantum Sounds Productions, Sound Ghetto Music radio station. So, how y'all doing today out there? Just so glad you guys could hop in, see what's going on, you know, because we got a great topic tonight. Yes, we got a great topic tonight. Our topic is, do black women create what they hate? And I really want to get into this because it's just a complex to me. I don't know. I really want to get into this. So, let's really get into this topic tonight because we need to, y'all. Y'all know we need to off top. But I am so glad you guys could come in and come handle. Just take all of your time and get yourself together, roll up, get your drinks together, lay back and just kick back and come up and talk to me. We got Miss Bombay. We got real people coming tonight. Yes. Do black women create what they hate? Our topic tonight consists of certain keywords for focus points: black, singlehood, behavior patterns, and individual development. Yes, y'all. There has been identified barriers among the considerable reasons to why black women are remaining single. Meanwhile, while maintaining motherhood inside of an environment she has to hate. It can be a lot of things. It can be the economic instabilities, also challenges that undermine long-term relationship success, such as difficulty in trusting, pain from a past messed up past relationship. You bring that new baggage into that old luggage into the new house. You know what I'm talking about. That it can be lack of skills and readiness for marriage. You haven't been trained or brought up to be that. And then some women um just don't really just want long-term commitments. There's really nothing wrong with that. But therefore, the purpose of this broadcast is to explore the reason why black women are the top disproportionately single women in the United States. Tonight, we are going to have married black men and women to come on the show and offer a unique perspective on this important demographic trend in our country. And we're going to be talking about it. So, what's up with it, Sonny? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. I was just breaking down the topic of discussion, and it
Okay.
was just talking about do black women create what they hate? And I'm getting myself together here. I'm finna cam up in a minute. But they
Okay.
was I was going over the topic, like the what it consists of. We're gonna do focus point. First of all, being black, the singlehood, the behavior patterns, and individual development, which means like it's like considerable reasons to this topic tonight. Do black women create what they hate? And it can also go into the motherhood thing itself. I was explaining earlier on the phone about with the children. You see your
Right.
dad and you, and then we're gonna break down the economic instabilities. Also,
Okay.
the challenges like let's say we're gonna talk about the depletion effect. The depletion effect when one has criminal record, Block
Right.
opportunity after imprisonment hinders one ability to provide for themselves and their family, which means the formation and it promotes joblessness. It promotes loss of power in the family unit. When you ain't got no job, you just got out of jail, you ain't got none but excuses and this and that and that. You're trying and you're trying. You just can't do this. You know what I mean? So we're
Right.
gonna cover a lot of
Okay.
basics of this, a lot of it tonight. I'm
Okay.
waiting on everyone to come in, but you can go ahead and begin because I am trying to bring everyone in.
Okay.
So what you
Okay.
think? What
But
you
if
think
we need
about
to wait a few minutes, we
tonight's
can.
topic? Yeah, we can. I was just trying to see
Okay.
what it is that you think about on tonight's topic. Tell me a little bit. What
I
you
think that's an awesome topic. I do.
you do?
Yeah, I think that's a
Yeah, a lot of
really
people been
good topic.
yeah, a lot of people been waiting for me to talk about it too.
Okay. I think it's a really good topic, and that's a topic that we definitely need to talk about in our community as a race of Black people. We really need to talk about it, talk about some of the root causes, as you mentioned. So I think that's an excellent topic.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad. So, do you think black women create what they hate? And once you give your answer, can you give us a breakdown of an explanation to why?
Okay, sure. So, um, I definitely think that they do, and it's
Okay,
going to be
okay.
like two different perspectives to this. Okay, so let me start out for going in the direction in regards to me thinking, saying that they do. Okay, I'm going to start with that perspective. The reason why I I believe that they do is because it has a lot to do with the correlation of the upbringing. Okay. Like growing up in a Black family, for
Uh-huh.
instance, in a
Yeah.
household, you may hear the mom in the household say, "Oh, I hate you. You act just like your daddy."
Mm.
Okay. You may
Okay,
you may
okay.
hear those types of statements, okay,
Uh-huh.
in within the household. So when thinking about that, growing up in a Black family household, I'm gonna say probably about 65% of the people in a Black household has heard that statement. You act just like your daddy. Okay, have
Ooh.
you heard anybody express this in a positive manner, or has it always been a negative perspective? And in my case, I always heard it in a negative
I
perspective.
always heard it in a negative perspective as well.
Me too. And I feel like with the breakdown, if we think about the correlation, it's a sort of a learned behavior.
Hmm.
Okay. It's
Okay.
a learned behavior that was passed on.
So do you think it's generational behavior that's been learned?
I think so. Yes,
I
I
believe so too.
definitely, I think so. I definitely think that this is a generational, situation, and it's a problem because it's a continuously. I mean, it's continuously going and going and going, and it never stops. It never
Hmm.
stops. But you know what? That has a lot to do with how Black people haven't been taught to have I'm not going to say all Black people, but as a race of people, we have not been taught like, oh, you know what, we need to edify each other and lift each other up, and we need to think about confidence level as well, because in a Black household, how many times have you heard somebody make that statement, be confident, growing up? How many times
A
have
lot.
Okay. Okay. Now that's not the case for all Black families.
No, it's not the case at all. It's
It's it's
not the case at all.
it's not the case. So if you don't have that type of mentality, what happens is raising a child, you're gonna actually raise your child based on these learned behaviors, okay? And that has
Okay.
to do with the generation and the era that a lot of black women were raised in, and during that time of how their upbringing was. And that's just my perspective on that, because when we talk about positivity and edifying and lifting each other up, that's always been a lack in our community.
It's always been.
Hmm. Yeah, it has a lot to do with self-hate.
Mm.
Yeah, it really does. So thinking about that, and when you
That's like
okay, so go ahead.
the self hate has to come from. I'm just gonna give a depiction out on here. Black
Okay.
women are frequently provided with conflicting messages about intimate relationship by their elders in their families and communities. One example would be, God bless the child who has her own. With that
Yeah.
implication, that means what? The black man cannot be trusted to stay and provide for the woman? Or does it mean some other message that a woman utmost goal is to find a black man who would take care of her? That is a contradictory statement that we all have heard in our household as being women of color, men of color. We all have heard that contradictory statement, and it created a situation just like you said, self hate. It could, and either women like that's like already putting in your mind that I cannot form a long lasting intimate relationship with a man. Like, that's already
Mhm.
putting the seed in there. You see what I'm saying?
That's Yep, that's correct.
Or am I
So
being
yeah,
obnoxious? Which one is
that's
it?
that's correct. No,
Okay.
that's correct. So when you think about all of this, the upbringing and what we have been taught,
Hmm.
amongst our community and our family members and the things that they have passed on. So let's
Okay.
think about the type of men that black women make the decision to get in a relationship with. Let's let's think about that, because that has a lot to do with a lot of the things that's going on. I'm gonna say that's a root cause. That's a root cause, and I'm not saying it's anything wrong with a black man at all,
Uh-huh.
but I'm thinking about the type of relationships that they get in, because it's somebody for everybody that's out there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Yes.
So I
Yes,
don't
it
want
is.
anybody to think that, oh, it's about the black man. No,
No.
it's somebody out there for everybody, and you got to make sure that person fulfills your purpose.
Yes, you do. You have to make sure of that. You have to. But I think, as a matter of fact, I don't know, but somehow that perspective that you just said, that kind of goes back to the economic instabilities, because I don't know about a suburb man marrying a sister from the ghetto. You
Hmm.
see what I'm saying? But I have heard of suburban women marrying ghetto men, or some of them be so independent that they can't find a man. They're so damn successful that they
Right.
can't even wait for love. You know what I mean? They just, it's like a reverse effect. It's like a gift and a curse at the same time. I mean, like I
Mhm.
said, God bless that child they got on. You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
you ain't so
Yeah.
blessed that you can find love, or it can't find you. You're moving too fast where it can't find you. What is it? You know what I mean?
Well, you know, when we think about that piece,
Hmm.
that can be hard to
Yeah,
dissect.
I
Yeah,
know. I
that,
know.
that could be
I know.
really difficult to dissect. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, because it's so many different perspectives on that. It really is. It's so many of them. Like some people may say, well, one may get involved with somebody, from the hood, or from this area. So
Okay.
it's so many different perspectives on that. Yeah.
It's a lot of district. Like, okay, because I know a lot of black single mothers that have raised great men.
Hmm.
I know a lot of them. I promise you, they have raised great men. I promise you, they have. But I know it took a some type of male figure in that household to help that young man because mama can't do everything on her own. Am I right or wrong?
That's true. That's
And I
true.
know in some households, it's they have raised young men to be, maybe they tried their best, but they have became a pest to society. They have became
Yeah.
a menace. They have became, you know, is it the mother, the father? Is it
Mhm.
some type of hey Leonard, hey, don't come to LA. Great
Hey
show
there.
tonight too, Leonard, as a matter of fact.
Hey.
Oh
But
man,
is it
I had a
huh?
ball.
But is
I
it
had a
some
ball.
type of difficulty in raising and creating what you once hate, because that hate could come from your dad not being in your life, young lady. That hate can
That's
come
true.
from because your baby's father, not husband, didn't commit as well as you thought. That hate could come. You can hate that man or that person so much that your child start to look, act, and seem to be that way as well. I mean, do y'all agree?
Mhm. Oh, I agree
Well, yeah.
100% from personal. I
Mm-hmm.
agree from personal experience.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Personal experience.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what wrong with my son's mom.
Okay.
Whew.
Do you think she a good topic for the do black women create what they hate? I don't think your son mom hates you though. Your son mom hates you.
Like a
Why
motherfucker.
you look like that? Why you stop and look like that?
Shit.
Oh, school. Why did you stop and look like that when I said, "Do your son mom hate you?"
When you know a baby is yours, and the motherfucker say it ain't, and it is
Uh-huh.
visibly clear it's yours,
Yeah. Mm,
that's hate. Wait a
mm.
minute. Has Sonny ever seen the picture?
I
No, let
don't
me see.
know. I don't know.
Okay.
Show her the picture.
Let me
Show her.
let me see the
No, it ain't
picture.
on there. It ain't on there.
No, no, no. I'm hitting the wrong damn buttons. Sorry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You really think we
Oh,
got to go on Maury?
so
No.
pretty.
No. Look just like you. No. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Me when I was young.
Ah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That is.
You look like you
Yeah.
used to play basketball.
No, that I didn't. Like Maury, my black ass.
But yeah, so
So
old
that's
school,
hate.
give me your unique perspective on this topic that we're discussing right now. Like, do you think, like, is it we're covering focus points of her being black, single, her behavior problems, and the individual development, and raising kids in an environment she has to hate, she grew to hate. Also,
Mm-hmm.
when the kids don't do right, why is it that it's so quick to get blamed and pushed towards the father who's absent, is present in the household? And if not, if
Mm-hmm.
he's there, you know what I mean? Is this
Mhm.
the same curse, generational curse, still being used? And how can we stop it?
Well, what you want me to start at the beginning or the end and work my way
Let's
back? Which way
start
you want me to
about
go?
when it's we go back to what was that, Nixon, Carter?
No, no, no. I ain't talking about. I'm talking about just what. See, the thing is, if you go ahead and you all come to a decision, we want to have a relationship, just me and you, and it's all about us. We're gonna get married. Okay. Then you bring children into the fold.
Mhm.
Then, if it doesn't work out, you do not abandon your children. You stay in pocket, no matter how much it costs you. If you got to be going to court or whatever it is, you don't leave your kids behind. See,
That's a very important that's a very important
So it's
perspective
men's fault.
because that's happening
It's
like a
men's fault.
demographical trend or something in our country right
See,
now.
it's men fault. Men are leaving their children behind, and the baby mamas are at their own devices. And there
Men
you
play
have
a
it.
very vital role into teaching kids about men play a very important role in teaching younger generations about relationships. They play a very vital role, especially when it comes to the daughters.
Got
Yep.
you got to be
And when it comes
responsible.
to the
You got
males too, because of,
Oh
yeah.
like with the males, you want them to have the characteristics of their
uh-huh.
father, because they look up to their
But
fathers
they're
regardless.
gonna have it. They're gonna have it anyway.
Mhm.
I believe that personality traits and characteristics are passed down through DNA. So they're gonna have that regardless. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't have the physical love that they need from the father,
Okay.
that love is going to be replaced with anger.
Mhm.
Mm.
See,
Yeah, that's
If they
right.
don't have the
and
physical love that they need from their father, that love is going to be replaced with hate. So that goes
yeah,
back to the
anger,
beginning of
anger,
the
hate.
saying that black women create what they hate. Does it?
Oh, you
Well, they create a life. They create a life. That's where it
They
starts.
create a
But then
relationship
from
too.
there, no, I wouldn't say that. They create a life when they with some dude or whatever. And I base that on um ain't nobody married. Very few are married before they start, making babies and playing married. You know what I'm saying? So, because monogamy is a choice, you choose to be faithful to somebody, and there ain't no, it's a written rule. See,
right.
well, it is a written rule, but you choose to not be running the streets. And see, the thing that gets me with women is, you know, I know women that ain't shit when I see them, and women know men that ain't shit when they see them. But they'll get
Hmm.
with an ain't shit dude, and then they'll try to make like they didn't know.
Right.
I'll be like, bye, Felicia.
Hmm.
You knew he wasn't shit when you met this motherfucker. You knew this motherfucker ain't
Yeah.
had no job.
But you
You
want
knew
to
this
know why
motherfucker
they
ain't
don't
had no
want to do it?
education. You knew this
Mhm.
motherfucker had money, but it wasn't accountable for by legal means. You knew all that shit. Don't
Hmm.
act. Well, I see. I thought he. No, you did bullshit because you could easily point out somebody that's getting it the regular way as a lame ass nigga, nerd, square ass motherfucker. So if you know what that type of man is, you know what an ain't shit man is. So don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. You ain't fooling me. I'm not new
Those
to
was the
it. I'm
those was
true to
that's
it.
what yeah that what created a situation in which women do not form long lasting intimate relationship with men because of their experience difficulty in their intimate ties before. Remember, Sonny, what I said?
But the
God bless the child who
yeah,
has his own.
Hmm.
That's an implication that black
but
man
Paige,
cannot be trusted or stay around me to take care of me or find a black man who will take care of you. That
right? But
already
Paige,
just contradicts everything to me.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know that from the get go gate. How this man gonna take care of you? He doesn't have a career.
Hmm.
Oh, he getting money. He don't have a career. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
You know what a motherfucker doing in them streets. That's street money. Street
Mm.
money is not gonna last.
Hmm.
And
And
Okay.
that's
that
all.
comes from, that father being absent as well in that young lady life.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
Exactly. Because
because
we are
if
the
they had a
blueprint.
father, the father would give them good advice.
Right. We're
That's why
we're the we're the
mostly.
blueprint. Now that's not 100%. That
Hmm.
don't work 100% of the time. I mean, take case in point, that young lady that doggone wanted $40 and some vodka and was dead in that white dude's room.
Yeah, you're right about
Now you
that.
could you could
Mm-hmm.
you could look at her father on the interviews,
Yep.
and he looked like a seriously upstanding man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that should have been her blueprint, but she got seduced by Instagram popularity, wanting to be a hot girl, and now she's a cold body.
Who is it?
I can't remember her name,
Let
but
me
she
let
went
me
on
I
a
can look her up.
she went on a date with some
She
dude.
was a beautiful
She
young
wanted
lady.
$40 and a bottle of vodka, and she ended up dying from an overdose of fentanyl.
Damn.
Now they're talking about the dude slipped it in her drink. Said, well, wait till the toxicology report come back. That'll determine that. Because if it's in her doggone urine in high concentration and not in her blood in the same high concentration, yeah, then she ingested it orally. You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
if it's in her bloodstream real heavy, that means that you was smoking it.
Her name
She ain't
was
got no track
Lauren
marks. She ain't got
Smith
no track
Fields.
marks in it. Huh?
Her
That's her
name was
name.
who?
Lauren Smith hyphen Fields.
Mm.
And she was involved with a dating app, Bumble Date.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful young
Mm.
lady.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
And even with that dating app, what she had on there is my throat is dry. I need something in it.
God damn. God
Yeah, so
damn.
that told dude right there. Told dude right there. Oh, okay.
She
Mm-hmm.
ready.
See, they
She
use
going.
phrases on them dating apps. They don't say they selling themselves, but they'll use little phrases like, yeah, I'm Susie Sallywhacker, and I'm looking for a fix it man, to lube up my grease point.
Mm-hmm. Are
You
looking,
know,
yeah, are looking for money. Lots of money.
no, they can't say they're looking for money. They got to put it in code. Like, you
Yeah.
know,
But I'm
I
just
need,
saying, in reality, they want money. Yeah.
yeah. But the thing is, yeah, I don't know nothing about plumbing, but I need a plumber.
Oh, cold words.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Need a plumber,
Mm.
huh?
Yeah.
Putting yourself out there, huh?
And this young lady
Yeah.
was in her early 20s.
Yeah, she's like 22.
Ooh,
They'll
the
put some
stage
stuff
of
up
what
there
you don't
like,
know what the fuck your ass want to do at that stage. You
Not
don't
at
want
they'll
to
all.
do
put
no
stuff
good.
on there like, you know, life is like a clogged toilet. I need somebody to rotor-root my toilet. Like, oh,
Mm.
rotor-rooter, huh? Okay, gotcha. See, they use those code phrases like that. Because if somebody is looking to get a home repair, the one thing they're not going to put on there on a date nap is, I need the electrician to rewire my house.
Right.
Come on now. That's
Mm-hmm.
code for, mm, mm. See?
Yeah.
So, just by exposure and putting yourself in an uncomfortable, unsafe situation, should we still feel any type of sympathy for that young lady that died like that?
Yeah,
Should we,
no
Yeah.
or
one wants to see
is
anyone
it
Yeah.
okay
killed.
to
We
still
all
try?
have
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
we all
Absolutely.
have empathy. We
Yeah.
all have empathy, but she poured on
yeah,
poison.
Hmm.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Like you said, that she was still developing, you know. So the maturity
Mm-hmm.
level,
Mm-hmm.
that actually has a lot to do with that. I mean, she didn't go out there just expecting for something like this to happen.
Nah, she
Gullible.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
she was on her Facebook page talking about she wants to be a sugar baby.
A what?
A sugar
A
baby.
sugar baby. Oh, instability.
Oh, you ain't familiar with that?
Yeah.
I know you heard that term before.
Break it down. Break it down. What's a sugar baby? For those
Well,
that
you
don't
tell
know, we got viewers, so let them know.
them. All right, you tell you tell them, Sonny.
No, you go on and tell her from your perspective. Because I think
Well,
she
I
know
would
what
love
a
to get
sugar.
a woman's
I know
perspective
she
on it
know
since we
what a
talk
sugar
about
baby
women.
is.
We okay, well that's a doggone
So think
woman
about it
that
in
wants to
another
be.
perspective: sugar daddy, sugar baby. But think
Thank you.
about the opposite.
Young
Daddy gonna
sweet
take
thing.
care of me. Thank you. Daddy gonna take care of me.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't gotta work because I can
Yeah.
get me a couple of sugar daddies. You
Yeah.
can always have more than one daddy, and they taking
Okay.
care of me, chasing the
No,
bag.
they don't call him daddy. They call him Zaddy now. It's Zaddy with a Z.
Okay,
That's what.
Zaddy.
That's if it's a white one.
Okay.
Oh, I thought they called
Yeah.
Zaddy all of them. I done seen some black
No,
dudes
that's
get
just
called
that. No,
Zaddy.
that's just the white ones. No,
That's it.
that's just the white ones.
Okay. Do you
That's it.
think that?
Cause see,
But her situation was a bit bizarre and really sad. I mean, it was really sad because she was in her early 20s. She had direction, as we could see,
That's the early 20s that already stands out as a
Mhm.
red flag of lack of skills and
Yeah,
readiness for long
right.
well,
term
she
or
came
marriage.
from she came from a good foundation home.
She really did. And her
She
parents
did.
fighting. They are fighting in regards to this investigation. Yeah, they fighting. They
Hmm.
want something done about it.
But the
And
thing about it, the toxicology report basically told them your daughter's a thought. It's
it's,
not doggone poor botched police work. The toxicology
Why old
report,
school? Why? Why?
because the toxicology report proved how she ended up with what she ended up with the fentanyl.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. See,
Wow.
it
oh,
wasn't,
okay.
yeah,
Was it
it wasn't, it wasn't a first time. Basically, it wasn't a first time.
Okay.
it was
Okay.
already in her system?
Yeah, she had been getting, getting high and such, and you know,
Okay.
X pills and this and that and the third, you know. So
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
So something was laced.
Do you
yeah,
think?
it's
Do
like
you think?
somebody may have sold us something supposed to have been X, and it was fentanyl.
Mhm.
Yeah, they do have a lot of counterfeit pills.
Mhm.
Everybody
Yeah.
making them with that sleep aid and something else they be ordering. I don't
And
know. That stuff
sometimes in
crazy.
cases like that too, if something is wrong with you know, the substance,
Uh-huh.
it could actually affect two people. You know what I mean?
It
As far
it
as, we talk about an overdose,
yeah.
sometimes it'll affect both people.
Well, it
But
So
depends.
once they run the test, they gonna know what's in it.
it just depends on the situation. But they have had cases like that, where both people was just out and they didn't even know like what happened. Like what
Right.
happened to these people?
Yeah, I know. Because once they do a vaginal swab, an anal swab, and they don't find anything that way, then they know they didn't sneak and stick something in their system. Because some women don't know. Guys will do,
Hmm.
they'll do grimy. Their dog gonna be hitting it from the back and stick one of them doggone pills up a woman's butt, and before she know it, you high and out of control. You can't do nothing with
Hmm.
yourself.
Hmm. Well, they got all
So
kind of ways of doing that, but I'm sure they actually gonna continue to investigate that situation because technically, let's say allegedly, if the man did slip something in her drink or, do something inappropriately, it's gonna come out. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna come out regardless. If he slipped something in her drink, and if they prove that as being, you know,
right.
being a piece of evidence, at that time they can act on it.
But the thing about this is, okay, you're a very attractive young black woman,
Mm-hmm.
and you have guys in the vicinity,
Mm.
college and whatever. You ain't even trying to bother with them. You're doggone on a date nap trying to attract older white guys 4 feet. So she
Mhm.
did it to herself.
Yeah.
She did it to herself.
I mean, you know what? I mean, she was just like young, and she probably really didn't even know what she was getting
No, no,
involved in.
look. We can't say that because there's too many young people that know those date naps. You're
Are
putting
dangerous.
yourself in a dangerous situation. They
Yeah,
know
she
that.
knew. She, you think she knew what she was doing, Sonny, or you think she
All
just
of them
didn't
know
know
that.
how
They
far it
they
would have
they
went?
they they chasing
She ain't know
they
the
I,
chasing the
dangers,
bag.
but she
I
knew what
think
she
she
was
was
getting
just kind
into.
of looking at it. It's possibly that she could have been familiar with the site before, and she probably came into a lot of money. And as the young people say, if they still say it, maybe she hit a lick and got a lot of money, and she was just gonna do that again. To do whatever she needs to do to take care of
Well,
herself.
that and
You
that's
know,
and that's the thing.
but
She
it's the
was under that.
consequence that came with
She
it.
was she was under that. It won't happen to me. That
Hmm.
false security. Well, that
Yeah.
won't happen to me. Okay,
Mm,
and that it won't happen to me is what get people
so true.
fucked in the
That is
game.
so true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially
I
when the
think
young
she just
hustler think he
had.
can't get touched.
She
That
possibly
goes
just
to the
had
same as the young hustler
a
think
lack
he
of
can't get
a
touched.
knowledge about that situation. I mean, she wasn't thinking probably about the consequences of being involved with a dating app.
Which
And
Mm.
most people aren't. A lot of
meeting
people
up with
do.
somebody that you don't know.
Look, anybody out there hustling in them streets, they know. If you get
Hmm.
caught with this product, you know what you facing. You
Hmm.
know that. But they don't care. They playing the doggone law averages. You know what I'm saying? They think that they're smarter and they ain't gonna get caught. And that's what it is.
Yeah,
See?
that's what
And
it
then
is.
after they get caught,
Hmm.
it's too late then.
Yeah,
It's too
can
late.
be. Yeah, too late. Just a freak accident type of a situation, and it's pretty sad. And at
Yeah.
this point, a lot of young people need to consider, looking at this and like, okay, if they involved in some type of app like that, they should just leave it alone.
And all of that they should be looking at been going on for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And they still doing the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Over and over again.
You know
Mm-hmm.
this dude is a drug dealer. It ain't no secret. It ain't like you met some random dude in the neighborhood and you didn't know he was a drug dealer. Stop it.
Mm.
I know somebody, she's less one eye, and it's fortunate she's
Yeah.
only less one eye. Messing around with a
Okay.
neighborhood drug dealer. They cruised past his car, lit it up. She ended up catching one in the eye. It didn't penetrate the brain, so she was lucky.
Okay.
Okay.
It was like a ricochet off something. But
That
now,
was a messed up
you,
situation.
yeah, I'm like, you short one eye dealing with him when there was a bunch of other dudes on the block that was doing different things legally. You didn't want to mess with them. They didn't have enough money for you. So, all right. See,
Let me ask you something. Do y'all think that black people are not turning away from marriage, but on the contrary, members of the black community still respect the institution of marriage and its symbol for value. Even though I don't
Yeah,
want to get married, man, I don't knock a person that get married. That type of people.
I mean,
Y'all think that's still in the
it's
black
still
community?
it's still respected as an institution,
Okay.
you know.
What about
But
how do you think that children in a okay, children raised in a marriage based household also exhibit more favorable development outcomes over time than children who
mhm,
are not raised in a marriage based household. They are raised in a single parent household. They are more
mhm,
favorable to develop insecurity and distrust issues more than children
mhm.
coming up in a married household. What you think about that?
Well, I think about that is, you get a lot of guys, they get mad at they pops. It's like, oh, so my mama wasn't good enough for you to marry, but she was good enough to make me, and you wasn't even there for me. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's a hurting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
these young men out there, they hurting, and that's the reason that they hurt. They've been abandoned by their father.
Do you think they hurt because of their mother too,
No,
who
they hurt
created?
mainly because they were abandoned by their father. Their mother is doing the best job she know how to do, but a woman is not a man.
By
So
the way, everybody, this
a
topic
woman,
tonight was
yeah,
brought by Jabo down there.
Oh, okay.
okay,
Thank
a
you.
woman is not a man. That's first and foremost. So a woman dealing with a boy trying to grow him into a man is impossible.
Okay.
You can't do it. But with a lot of black women, you know, they believe that they can. I'm like, you can't.
And okay, let's go back to that point.
Let's go
Um,
back to it. Go back
let's
to it,
let's
Sonny. Go ahead.
let's go back to that point when you asked about the marriage piece.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Remember?
marriage.
Okay, so that's the reason that a lot of, and this is just my perspective, okay? I'm gonna
Okay.
say that's the reason why a lot of black women don't get married. Do they believe in it? Yes, but they feel so strong that they can do it by themselves.
You just answered your own question. Black women see black men as optional and not a necessity.
Black women don't get married for the simple fact, first of all, economic
They don't need a
instability
man.
is
That's the
one.
mentality, Paige. I don't need a
Number
man.
two
A man
is
is an
undermining
option, not a
long-term
necessity.
relationship, which grows into distrust area in adulthood. Number three is bad game from the elders that I broke down. Number four, pain from the past relationship when you're bringing that old ass luggage into your new house. And another thing, lack of skills and readiness for marriage. Then nobody get you ready for marriage. You didn't hang around married people. You hung around the girls that wanted to go to the club, the thought shakers, the ass work. You know what I'm talking about? Old school. Can anybody agree with
I
me
mean,
on this right quick?
Paige, I understand all that, but at the end of the day,
Oh, brother, before you start there, can
oh,
I
go ahead,
please?
bro.
Okay, 1,000
Go
pardons.
ahead, bro.
Go ahead and step in on them. Uh, what I want to say is like, absolutely, absolutely. Some of the stuff you were saying, like when you talking about like women raising me, like I was raised by a single mother. I was her husband for a long time before she got another husband. It took away from my
See,
childhood. Me being a child was non-existent because I had to take care of my little sister and to watch out for other people. So that's what it was. Um, but that the thing about it is when you get grown, you make your own decision, right? So how can I explain this? I'm trying to say it in a way I don't feel nobody. But I'm gonna say this right here. You know what? I'm just gonna say it blunt. The women who raise these young boys by themselves, that make those decisions and have these young men to be single mothers, are the same men that they're complaining about.
Mm-hmm.
You're raising these boys to be feminine,
Okay.
and you wonder why you don't have no good dating options on the scene. Because 80% of the women are raising men by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
a study, and this is why I agree with you all. A study saying, you know what, I do need a man. And just saying, I'm gonna work with a man. I'm gonna be compliant with a man, cooperative with a man. Most women be like, I don't need a man. Okay.
Mhm.
These dudes out here killing everybody and stuff. They ain't raised by no two-parent household. They raised by single mothers.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Talk about the violence in the streets. They raised by single mothers.
Yeah.
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 Talk about, oh, ain't no good men in the street. They raised by single mothers.
Right.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mm.
And that's what they want to say.
Mm.
Ain't no good men out here. It's like, okay, well, I
Mhm.
know quite a few of them, you know, me being one of them. So what was the
Yeah.
problem? The stability and the this and that. What was the problem? Now, see you, and I don't want to hear any. Now I see you. These women know when women meet me or met me in the past, whatever. They know, okay, he about the business, he's about the home, and I can't do this out here with my little friends that I've been doing because this is a whole different environment. See,
Yeah.
and you get a lot of women, they turn their sons into their husband until the son raises up and he gonna branch out on
Uh-huh.
his own. Now
Yeah.
they face twisted up. You just like your damn daddy.
Ah.
Mhm.
Like
Ah.
he's
Yeah.
not leaving you. He's
Yeah.
becoming a man. He's not
Yeah.
leaving. That is your son. That's not your husband.
Mhm.
Then when all that fails, they push their children hard into making
Uh-huh.
babies so that they do the same thing with their grandchildren.
Sonny, what you got to say about
Well,
these women making these young men that they raising into already want to be husbands and putting all that pressure and responsibility on them when they should be focusing on their studies and focusing on extracurriculum activities that are positive at an early age. You know, okay, you teaching
yeah.
them responsibility and to clean up after yourself, right? But
Right.
you also teaching him to be a father at a young age when you leave them kids on him and you got to run to the store right quick, which take 3 to 4 hours.
Right.
No, you're
It
not. You're
completely.
not.
It
You're not. You're
completely.
not teaching him to be a father doing that. You're teaching him to
No.
be a person responsible for his little brothers and sisters. Big brother ain't daddy.
Right.
You're not
It
teaching father
completely takes away
responsibilities.
from their, that childhood.
I'm
And
saying
mental.
premature fathers. That's what I mean. Like if I took care of my little sister and brother, I can leave my woo in her and go and what in her and take care of that too. At about 16, 15. He been babysitting since he was 9, keeping 6 and 4 year old. You know how many babies in a single parent household today?
But the thing
At
is,
least
that's
4.
not training
Right.
them. That's not teaching them to be a father.
No,
Because
it's
see,
not.
It's not. It's actually
exactly.
taken away from their childhood. So
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
that's why, like as you all mentioned earlier, that's why the kids are so angry. And one of my really good friends is like that now, just angry, angry at his dad. Can't be angry with mom no more because mom is deceased, but just
Yeah.
so angry at the dad, from being
Oh.
absent because of the simple fact, they had to raise the younger siblings, had to get jobs at an early age, had to
Uh-huh.
raise all the other kids in the household as if those kids were their kids. So then when it's time to transition out the household, it's kind of like, you know what? I'm going to do whatever I want to do. But they
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
still dealing with the anger though
What
too.
what what age that is? When I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
do what I want to do.
Can I jump in with Sonny? Sonny, I agree with you. Coming from a single parent household, I absolutely 100% agree with you. Like, my childhood was stolen from me because I had to be daddy. I had to be my mother's man. Not like literally my mother's man, but like, you know what I'm saying, in the sense like, look out for your sister. Make sure she's doing homework. Make sure I got something to eat because she was working 2 or 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? She was doing a lot of shit. And let me say this first and foremost. There are some weak ass men out here who don't do what they supposed to do. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make sure we put that in there first before I go further. Yeah. But my mother was a ride or die. She did everything she's supposed to do. And in a sense, like, I understand her circumstances. I had to be that guy.
Okay.
You know, I had to take care of my little sister. I had to make sure she had something to eat. I had to make sure she's doing her homework. Like, but that shit didn't fucking fuck me up as a man. It made me a man. It made me a man earlier. You gotta take care of your responsibilities.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, there were a bad part. Some of my childhood was stolen, but fuck it, as a black man, we can all agree on this one. As a black man, you gotta grow up quick.
Yeah.
It's up to a die out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, grow up, be a man. I learned how to be a man when I was 14 years old. I learned how to cook from my grandmama. I learned how to be from my mama. I learned how to take care. Like, I was a whole man before I even realized I was. Mm-hmm. I ain't arguing about none of this shit because you know what? I got homies that's dead. I got homies that's living on this earth in jail. But you know what? I'm still out here. I got a whole wife. I got a whole family that love me, and I respect them. I love all my family. So, you know what? If I gotta take a little bit of my childhood to be the man I am today, I ain't taking nothing back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
You know, I'm talking about something like I see you on that one.
Yeah, because that happens a lot. Yeah. And it even not only do it happen with black males, it happened with black women's too. I had a lot of family members who had to raise their siblings at an early age, raising siblings because a single parent household. They had to cook, had to clean, they had to go get jobs at like 14 years old to help out the bills in the household.
Yeah, but what the prime eliminator is all that is 2 incomes is better than 1. Okay?
True.
Yeah.
So people need to pick better. I mean, like I said, with me, I could look at a woman and look at the way she move and tell, you don't fit in my circle. So I'm not finna blind myself to, well, she never had a chance. Well, see, that I'm not gonna blind myself to it. Either you fit in the circle or you don't. Now, women tend to try to make men become what they visualize. It'll be a picture on the wall. It's a picture frame. And they'll doggone imagine that picture frame to be a picture that don't really exist with men. They'll do that. It's like, why are you doing that to yourself? He's only going to be what he's going to be. Now, you can sit there and blame him for everything, but you knew from the get-go gate. Just like we know if somebody's Tatiana. We know Tatiana when we see. We know that's not wifey material. And we're not going to try to make that wifey material.
Okay.
We know what we work with. Women need to do the same thing.
Well, sometimes, this is just my perspective, is sometimes women feel as if they can change the man. You know what I mean?
And that's the problem.
Yeah,
right
they
there.
feel like they can change the mentality of that man. And I wonder if that has a lot of correlation in them thinking about like raising their own kids. You know what I mean? Because you can't raise a grown man.
But
As a
that's the
single mother.
thing. They
No, I'm
do
talking
that.
about after you get in a relationship
Oh,
with
They
okay.
do that.
Okay.
the man. It's almost like they still trying to take on that role of trying to change that man. You know, you could change, but I
You
mean, you just can't. A woman just can't do all of that.
the bottom line is this: you can't be his wife and his mother.
Mm.
You can't.
That's what I was saying. OG, facts. OG, facts. You can't, like, my mother tried to do that. The thing about it is, she found her husband. And then my
Get your
dude
hand
for,
out the bottom of your phone. You covering up your mic. Take your hand off your mic.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's what my mother tried to do. Like, it wasn't trying to do, it's just a natural instinct. It's like, you know, she didn't have a man at the house, so like,
Yeah.
and I'm a good little person on this. Like, it was a time, like, very serious. Like, I had people pull up to my house, and I was like 12 years old, with guns and everything. My mama came up about my bed and said, "Baby, there's somebody outside the house with guns." I had a gun in the house. I used to hunt and stuff when I was little. I'm from Arkansas. I'm a country boy.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So I had guns. We had guns in the house. I know how to shoot guns when I was like 9. So
Yeah.
she woke me up. She's like, "There's some people outside the house with guns." I go outside. I said, "Mama,
Yeah.
they pointed at the house like, yeah, that's where he at. That's where he at." They had the wrong house. They put up at that house, but they were looking for somebody else. Immediately, I grabbed a gun, my hunting gun, that my granddad had gave me, or my father-in-law gave me, my stepdad, my dad gave me, and RP, my pops, whatever. Well, he gave me. I went grabbed that joker up on my bed instantly. She woke me up. This is my mother. She woke me up and told me some men outside with guns. 12 years old, woke me up. I grabbed that rifle from under my thing, had 15 shots in it. Ran to the door. I said, if anyone on bust in, mom, don't worry about it. I said, take you and my sister, go to the back bedroom and call the police. I said, if anyone on bust in, I'm going to knock him down. At 12 years old. Been a grown man in a long time.
But I do.
Sound like your mama breeded a killer.
Man, that's how we was bred
No,
up.
it ain't nothing. It's nothing wrong with protecting your own.
No, it's
And
not.
There's nothing wrong with protecting your own. And see, what women need to understand is when men are born as boys, they're territorial from birth. All right. Now, some man come around your house and your son looking at him sideways, he don't trust him. You know what I'm saying? It's something about that man that's telling that boy he don't need to be in here. You see what I'm saying? And there's always going to be, they'll be respectful to a certain extent so they ain't got to hear their mama mouth. But they ain't going to have that full trust of, unless he
Leonard,
fits.
don't know little boys want no man messing with their mama unless it's their daddy.
I know this. That's what I'm saying. So until that man displays something that boy trusts as of, oh, okay, all right, then everything is cool. But other than that, that shit ain't gonna never be cool.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna never be cool because we're born territorial from birth. That's just how we are. We're territorial from birth, you know, and it is what it is.
But
you know, you
hey,
can't dog on.
Leonard, if y'all territorial from birth, then is that why women hate possessive ass men in their relationships? Black women create what they
Well,
hate, right? And black women don't
women
like
can.
that type that too much over possessiveness. Where you
Right,
going? What
but
time you coming back? When you coming back? Oh my God. You know, think, think.
see, women incorporate things emotionally. Men don't do that. We don't incorporate everything around us in feelings. We
Okay.
incorporate everything around us in territory, ownership. This is mine.
That's a
You
good
see what I'm
point.
saying? That's
I
the
call it
difference
I call
between
it
us.
pissing on shit.
Exactly. We marking
Yeah,
our
yeah.
territory. You
Marking
see what I'm saying?
territory. Yeah.
Now, women are more emotional based. So it's not gonna match up trying to bring that bring one into the other into one. You see what I'm saying?
One the strong,
That's why
one the
you
weak.
need
I'm
that's
sorry.
why you need no, it's not even strong and weak. One possesses one strong attribute that is
Uh-huh.
their best attribute. The other possesses a strong attribute that's their attribute. And when you put them two
Uh
attributes together,
huh.
that's where children see how it's supposed to go.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
When I say
hey,
stronger
hey,
and weaker sex, I mean that by one perspective. If we're riding in the car, not saying we're gonna get in it, park the car, gotta go in there, get them groceries and fresh vegetables. Get out your car, you walk up in the parking lot. There's a man beating the shit out of this woman. I'm talking about beating her. That's the only
Right.
time I say the strong against the weak. I haven't met a woman stronger than a man physically. You know what I mean? I meant physically. I meant by that mean
Mm-hmm.
already because since there's so many independent women in this world today, it seems like they doing what the men do. From construction, architecture, what else that other type of work as well. Even day labor work. I promise you. But when it comes to that physical altercation thing, that's the only time I look at it as weak and strong. I promise you.
you know,
I don't mean nothing to
Yeah.
be sexist. I don't mean nothing to be disrespectful, but I do mean it in that
Hey, Pat.
manner from the heart. I promise you, because I live in Memphis, and you would be surprised what goes on in public in your eyes.
Nah, I
Right.
wouldn't be. I mean,
You wouldn't.
I
You
seen
wouldn't be
situations.
surprised.
No, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm from Inglewood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
had to be some heinous shit. It had to be
Uh
some
huh.
heinous ass shit to surprise me. Like
Yeah.
some dude walk up to some chick, shoot the baby first, then shoot her. It had to be on that
Yeah.
level.
Okay. Okay. You know, I showed you that level of Memphis the other
Right.
day.
But that's the thing.
No, that's
I'm from
the
Inglewood.
woman shooting the man in the baby. You gave me the man shooting. You know what I'm talking about? Same race,
Right. Like I said,
same. It was the same
you know,
environment. You know.
right. The ghetto I'm from, I done seen it all. So, you
Uh-huh.
know,
Yeah.
so it had to really be something heinous.
The only
It'll
difference
have to be
is
something
the only
heinous.
difference is the baby here in Memphis survived,
Yeah.
fortunately, at 6 months, and
Yeah,
the
well,
daddy died. That's the
that's
difference.
that particular
Yeah.
situation. I
Uh
mean,
Mm.
they
huh.
had last week in Chicago, somebody shot an 8-year old. You know what I mean? Killed him. So, you know, it's
Another
ridiculous.
crash out in
And
Illinois. Another case y'all had was the youngin that robbed, shot that lady that only been on her job for 3, 4 months. The armor truck lady and the
yeah.
man
Oh, okay. I
shot
thought
him,
maybe you
shot
were
both.
talking about that
And
hairstyle.
they did like 3 crimes in one day. They just was on a crash out mission. It was in Illinois
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. This story stuck out because of that lady, but one thing she did, she reminded me of what you said about this 21-year-old putting this nasty stuff in the description of a picture on the dating app. What I think she failed it, but people gonna do what they want to do. I wouldn't put no job like that on Instagram or Facebook. First of all, okay, I wouldn't put no job like that. I'm taking the money, and I'm ain't some good, you know what I'm saying? But a week later, y'all get robbed at an 18 TM. You lose your life. The people that did it flew down the street, robbed a mobile phone store, go around the damn corner, wreck the car, shoot the two friends that did the ATM robbery earlier that day, run out of the
Mm-hmm.
truck, get seen by 17 witnesses. I said, there got to be a crash out, a drug infused, just GTA all day, just did the video game do it, did the music do it. Who could? Sinister,
It
just
all that
sinister.
stuff.
Do we hate
Yeah,
what we
but
create?
all
Do we hate what we create?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, we indeed hate what we create. Indeed, we do. But the thing is, how many incidents do people need to know you need to do better? I mean, come on, it's not rocket science here. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not
well,
rocket science. It's like, dudes, how many times you think you could roll your dick on a crap table of pussy and not make babies? And then they want to blame it on the women. Well, she got pregnant. No, she didn't get pregnant. You got her pregnant. You stuck it up in her.
well,
You see what I'm saying?
I,
You the first person.
I'm gonna put
You,
it.
no.
This
You stuck it for real, for real.
Disagree.
You stuck it in her. See what
I
I'm
disagree.
saying? So it
Why
was
you
on
disagree?
you. It
I
was on
100.
you to protect yourself from making an unwanted pregnancy.
OG, if you mind me stepping in,
Go
you
ahead.
know what I'm saying? A woman has 100% control of who she has a baby with. A man has no control of if a woman brings
She
a child.
don't, at times she don't have 100% control.
Now,
Cause you
women
got
do
No,
have
rapes out there,
100%.
and you got
No, no,
older
no.
no,
Hold
men
on.
preying
Hold
on
on,
younger
babe.
girls. No, they don't always
Hold
have
on, babe.
control.
We're not talking about rape.
hold on. Let's not talk about that. Let's not say the R word. Please, let's not do that.
All right.
What I
Yeah.
am saying,
Don't say full
my
control.
extent, that is not the majority, right? That's the minority. We're talking about the average woman out here, and the average woman, minus the great word, has 100%
All right,
control
cool. I agree.
if she bring a child into this world.
Now,
No, I don't
100.
agree with that. I don't agree with her making it
you
on her
see
own.
what?
I do
Yeah,
not
see,
agree with a woman
I
making a baby on her own.
did
But
not put
I
the man.
agree with her having more power over the sex than the man. Okay?
What I said was, I'm gonna say it one more time. A woman has 100% of control, whether she brings a child to this earth or not. A man does not have no control over it. Like a
oh,
man
yes,
is.
he do. Oh,
Hold
yes,
on,
he do.
hold on,
It's called pull out game, man. You got to pull out.
Nope.
hold on. No. I ain't talking about pull out game. I'm talking about like if you allow a man to nut in you. I'm gonna break it down so simple so you can everybody can understand this. You can check us. If you allow a man to nut in you, there was a woman this year.
Mm-hmm.
Facts or not?
Well,
You
that
can't
is
allow nothing.
because
You can't allow nothing because
Okay.
you control it.
I'm
You
gonna give you a
control it.
whole different.
well,
I'm
You
gonna give
let,
you a whole
control
different.
the
let me just
end
say
in her.
this really quick.
You can
So for
you do.
women have
Am I
access
right?
to birth controls. Okay, they do, and it is if you make up in your mind that you do not want to have kids, they got stuff for that. Also, if you figured out that that's not the right person for you, you have the freedom to go get an abortion or get the morning after pills. So women
That's
do
what
have
that
a
what
little bit
men
more
know. That
power.
what we talk about though. Planned
Right.
Parenthood.
But the thing is this. Now this is just me. I'm speaking on just me. Okay.
Whose fault is it?
Now, speaking, if there were women that had children I didn't want, or I didn't want the pregnancy, or whatever the situation is, it's my fault, and I'll tell you why. Okay. Hold on. No, hold on. Because I know I'm popular. I already know that. I'm a DJ, doing this, doing that. I know that. Women, far and wide, are, hold on, far and wide are willing to lay down with me. It's my responsibility to use a condom. They're willing. They willing like a motherfucker. Okay? They willing. It's my responsibility as a man to prevent that situation from happening. I'm not going to listen to something. Well, I'm on the pill. I'm on the depot. Well, I use the rhythm method. I'm good from the 6 to the 12. But if no. I'm good as long as I got this strap on. I done strapped up. So now I know I'm good. See? And that's what it is.
Yeah. And that comes with like the Black community too, being educated too on sex ed. And that's another discussion there. You know, when
who don't know you put a sock on the pickle? That's they don't even need to teach that no more.
yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree on that now. They do.
No, they had that in all types of rap songs since the HIV thing came out. See? Because if anybody was back in that era, hold on, if they know it's checked out. Back in my day, hold on. I'm finna give you something real right here. Back in my day, they used to always say the rubber broke. Then AIDS came out. Ain't nobody talk about the rubber broke no more, because it's AIDS out here.
OG, we're not talking about AIDS. We're talking about children. Are women 100% responsible for children being born?
No, they're 50%.
Are women 100%? Do you got your phone on Bluetooth?
No, they are 50% responsible.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The closer you get to that Bluetooth, is better. But
okay.
Yeah, they are 50% responsible. The man
they're not
100%.
They're 50. It takes two. When you bring two together, it's one. It's a whole.
No.
Two halves make one whole.
No. I'm gonna speak facts out, and y'all stop me if I start lying. Please stop me. I don't have a problem when the men are wrong. Okay. A woman chooses who she lay down with, right?
That's correct.
True.
Now, it's not a one. Again, I'm speaking in generality, but we know there are some shit that happens, fucked up ass shit that happens, right? So we're gonna talk about majority of women choose who they lay down with.
True.
All right.
Or be chosen to get laid down with.
Thank you.
Choose or chosen.
Majority of women choose who they let come in them.
And all men choose women who they want to fuck.
Men are trying to have.
Men don't have sex. Look.
I'm
one
right now.
Man, it takes two to make that baby, man. It's not the woman's fault if she get pregnant. But she does have control over who lets her in there. It doesn't matter who lets her in there, it will come up out of it.
Again, so
that's what we talking about too.
So like we can fit the spirit, right? Like say, oh, I got a bad baby mama. No, you chose to lay down with that one.
No, women got control of that.
Again, I'm going back to this. A woman controls who she lay down with.
Okay, that's what Tribe Judy said. Project of the environment. You're living in a project and y'all fucking each other. That's the environment project thing you're talking about in a way.
It's bigger than that.
No,
A
if the
woman
baby
controls
mama ain't shit, imagine where you live at when somebody is talking like that in the household.
The thing is
Hey,
this.
hey.
I'm
It's
trying to finish my train of thought, if you don't mind. A
both
woman,
people have to be
a
responsible
woman
for
chooses.
their actions. Both people have to be responsible for their
I'm not
actions.
saying
You
that
have to
a man
stop
is
playing the blame
involved
game.
actions. What I'm saying is, a woman chooses who she chooses to lay down with. A woman chooses who she lets come in her or not. A woman chooses to have a baby or not. There are options. She might not like them options, but there is abortion, there is adoption. There are a lot of other options, right? A woman chooses who she brings into this world, and a
Just
woman is
like the
raised a lot of
men,
these that they don't like.
just like the men choose who they skeet up in. Bottom line up front. This phone I got right here is getting propped up by a 50 ENJ. Right?
I'm not saying that a
Hold on,
man
hold
does
on,
it.
hold on, bro. Hold on,
Man
bro.
can't make a
Hold
sound
on,
with
bro.
wrong.
I'm trying to make a point. I'm trying to make a point,
Go
bro.
ahead. Go ahead.
This phone is being propped up right now by a 50 ENJ. If I hit that ENJ, I take it to the head, and I decide, let me go on here, and I'm gonna go on drive and go on down here to the you dead, right? And I get pulled over and I get a DUI. Is it the ENJ fault or is it my fault?
John,
OG.
he asking you a question.
You know what I'm saying? That's my whole point. Like, it's a woman's choice.
And the men have to be responsible too. Men can't be
No.
blaming women for this.
Men can have babies. Women can't.
Women can't have babies if a man don't skeet in them.
No, you're missing the point. Who allows sex to happen?
Both parties.
No, a fucking lie. A woman allow you to have sex with her.
Both parties allow the sex. If both parties don't allow the sex, it's rape.
Duh, that's the only other option. So therefore, a woman allow you to have sex with her. What
Exactly.
again?
And
Go back to
you
my
as a man,
women
you as
control.
a man,
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
you
OG, tell me the truth on this right here. Now, you had sex with women. That don't mean you was in a relationship with them, right?
exactly.
Okay,
It happened
so now,
about 8 days ago.
stop me when I'm wrong. Stop me when I'm wrong. Women control access to sex. Men control access to a relationship.
Okay. Let me go. Let me go up in
Okay,
Club
Kevin.
Coochie Booty.
Okay, Kevin.
Let me roll in
I
Club
like that
Coochie Booty
saying by
right
Kevin
quick.
Samuels. I like
Let's
that
talk about
See,
saying by him though.
what Paige was talking about,
mm-hmm.
and the same thing I'm talking about is this. Now let me roll up in here and Club Coochie Booty. When the Burn Rebel one came knocking at my damn door. Okay? This is what the hell happened. Okay? She wanted to get it in. I went into my drawer. One of these went on. See? She chose to have sex with me. She chose to have sex with me. And I chose to wear this so that I didn't cause an unwanted pregnancy. Okay? Bottom line up front.
Zon,
That ain't
what
the
you
only
got to
drawer
say
that I got
on this?
condoms in. I got different drawers, Drawer on that side of the bed, drawer on that side of the bed, dresser drawer. Oh, I keep me some condoms. Because I'm not trying to
Women do have more power on who they make the decision to sleep with.
Yeah, they have more power on who they make a decision to sleep with. That's very true. But men have the power on, if I want to protect myself against causing an unwanted pregnancy, and then I got to deal with a whole lot of everything after the fact.
Dude, that is crazy. That is crazy to say.
That ain't crazy. That's real.
I'm in for real too, dog. Like, that's crazy. Like, women are the only people who can push kids out. Like you have sex with a woman, you ain't gonna push no kid at your penis. Only a woman.
We know where the babies come from. Babies can't
Okay, so
come from that.
what I'm asking you is, who has control of bringing children into this earth?
The women.
Thank you.
So that means they control that. What's wrong there?
Thank you, God, dog. You can't put no
But the
kid.
women, the bottom line, hold on now. The women don't control if you wear a condom or not and skeet up in it.
We're not talking
The
about
They don't
women
control the ski.
That is
Tell
what
me
we
right now,
should be
the
talking
women
about.
control the sperm that comes out of the man penis when it is in fellatio time of intercourse. Do she control what comes out of you physically making the child?
She does not.
Zone, does she control it? Does she control it, Zone? I am trying to break it down in the most educational sense I can. Because I know
What's
There
God
is no
doggone
woman.
well she does not control
Right. There is no woman.
your
There is no woman.
climax, okay?
Paige.
Okay,
Paige,
it's been plenty of time.
Right. Paige. There is no woman that could make me, emphasis on make me have sex with her without me wearing a condom. She does not have control over that. Now, if I opt, hold on, bro. Let me finish. If I opt to not wear a condom, I already know I've opened the door to making an unwanted pregnancy. So it's on me as a man. Hold on, bro. You still cut me off. You cut me off.
Okay, so the question is, so we talking about having the baby, right? So the bottom line on that right there.
We're talking about we're okay. Go ahead. What are we talking about? Who controlled the creation? I'm talking about who controlled the creation. We're talking about who controls sex, who she lay with. We all agree on that.
Women
But
control
we
the
don't
creation.
agree
Women
on
control the creation.
who's making it.
Women
Bottom
control.
line, in the sense of birth control, women had the bottom line say so that men can take precautionary measures though, but bottom line, the woman choose who she want to have sex with. So she don't want to have you control the door.
But she don't control. She don't choose who nut in her.
Yes, she do.
No, yes, you do.
Yes, she do.
After the sex
yes,
is
she do.
done,
No,
how can
yes,
she
she
control
do.
your nut?
Paige, yes, she do.
No.
Paige.
Hold on.
No, I'm not saying she don't want it.
No, Paige, you a woman. You know the difference between
once you done gave access, then she lose that control there. But from the start, she has the initial control to one, slow it down. Let me see who I'm laying down with. Two,
and prevent it, like
let me
Sonny
put
said,
it. Hold on.
birth
Instead
control,
of leaving the
Planned
responsibility
Parenthood.
on the man.
Sonny said that. That's her control.
Right. Instead of trying to rely on the man and all this good stuff,
Control
like
the
they be saying,
condom.
I thought he
His
was like, hey,
control
he
the
was
condom.
like, no. Bottom line, ma'am, I don't have a key to that door at all. You control all the access, what goes in and what comes out.
Yes.
Bottom line choice.
Exactly. And it's on the man.
She's only blamed and scarred upon after what comes out. Because first of all, it's like Tribe said. Listen, it's like Tribe said. After that baby come out, she has parental rights. Even if you run off, stay, whatever you gonna do. All right.
Exactly.
But that goes back to say that is why you head of the family unit. You have control over every and all, not just one. Come on. Mm-hmm. All right.
See, and that goes down
breaks
to
it all the way down.
That goes down to being a man,
right?
Men,
you got it. You are head, right?
Cannot be reckless.
It take a head to make it, right? It take a head to make it, right or wrong?
You're right.
Right.
Hey,
hold on. I'm trying.
Men cannot be reckless.
I actually want to hear Sonny's point of view on this.
See,
So
we
I want
trying to throw the blame everywhere. You
We
cannot.
ain't throwing
You
the
cannot. You
blame. We
cannot.
ain't throwing the
No, no,
blame.
no.
We
Listen, what
putting the
I'm saying. You saying
responsibility down. We're not throwing no
it ain't
blame.
no. It
We're
ain't no.
using
All right.
responsibility. It's
Right.
nobody's
Okay. So
fault. We all know it take two to make one,
responsibility.
right? It take two to make one,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. So
But
the
hold on,
both
hold
of
on.
them were not
But the
You
ten,
say
responsible for
no.
their actions.
You want to
listen, what
use
I'm saying.
artificial insemination up in here now? We're not going that
Nah, nah,
far.
nah, nah,
We're not
nah,
going
nah,
that
nah.
far.
Listen, what I'm saying. Listen, what I'm saying. Hold
Okay.
on. You because you were saying you got to lead. You the leader of the what's name and all that good stuff. The man role is
Leader
not
of the
it.
what's the name?
What? Because I was
I
trying to
said
understand
the
what you were saying.
head. The
Uh huh.
man is the head.
All right.
hey,
Head of the household, right? That's what you're talking
hey,
about, right?
No, the unit, the family, the
Zion,
country, the village, the everything.
So
But
what
it
you
starts in
okay?
the house first. Yes, you're right. The family first.
so
But
can I step
men
Right.
in?
make a lot of families. Men make family
Right.
across countries, next door,
Right. Right.
overseas. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Come on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
They the
hey,
head.
hey, hey,
Okay.
there's
What? So I'm saying.
hold on. Can I please step in for 1 second?
No,
If y'all don't
cause I
mind.
gotta finish. I gotta hear what Zone finna say.
I'm not
He
saying
finna
the
tell
word you
me
said.
what it. Okay. All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to hear what Sonny had to say about this. Sonny, the
Mm-hmm.
question is, do women have 100% control if they bring a child to the world?
I think so. You all gonna have a different perspective on that, but I'm
Yeah.
saying women have control. The reason why is because women have more control of their bodies. And as I mentioned
Mm-hmm.
earlier, we have access to birth controls, we have
Yeah.
access to abortions, the
Yeah.
morning after pills, same format as a
Yeah.
birth control. And you all already made like multiple statements on some other things that women have power on, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. Like the brother said, we weren't going to discuss that, but women have power. You
I
just
don't know.
not,
Sometimes the
it's
birth
so
control don't work, and
it's
abortion
it's
ain't the
not
option.
no it's not 50% there of
It
what's going to go on with a woman's body. It's no
I agree.
50%. And it's you could go out online, go look at the data. We already had some discussions about it, but it is no 50% on nobody controlling a woman's body. It's not.
We're
I'm gonna
not
flat out.
controlling women's bodies. We can only control our own.
And
We can
with that,
only
Look
control
what
our
Travis
own.
Judah said. If a man wants a child, the woman has to agree. If a woman wants to keep the child, the man has no say so.
Thank
Unless
That's
you.
you're married.
that's correct.
Thank you.
Unless you're
That's
married.
correct. And a woman has fully control of
Unless
their
you're
body. And I do
married.
understand the point about, the safe
One,
sex piece.
two,
But still with a woman, they have full control of their
3.
body.
Sonny, this well, I'm glad you jumped in and said that because I was trying to jump in for a second. Regardless, a woman chooses who she lay down with. If she chooses the wrong man, that's on her, right? But she still has that child. She can choose to have that child or not.
That's
It's
right.
still on her.
The
And
Right.
then
man
after
too.
she can't have that child,
Now
when that child is growing
that
up, she has the choice to make sure either that
The
father
man
is in his life or
raise
not.
kids. The
Still her
man
now
choice.
raise
that much
kids.
She had
that much is
The
100%.
true.
man choose we lay
That
his
she
seed in.
had 100% of that child's life. Nothing
Does a
else. A
man
man can't
choose
say, you know what?
we
I don't
lay
want you
his
to have this child. A man can't say, you know what? I can't. I'm
Travis
not
Judah?
gonna take it. No, there's child support. A man can't say, you know what? Okay, it was a girl. I wanted a boy. I want this. No. A man has no choice when a woman has 100% of what they're gonna do.
Okay. Let,
Are
let,
you
let
Yeah.
me let me explain
serious?
something. If you're married, if you're married and you get your wife pregnant, if she does not want to have the baby, she has to get you to co-sign on it on paperwork. If not, she must have that baby. Otherwise, they're legal. No, that's when the law is going to get involved. Okay? Bottom line up front. That's something that some people don't understand about abortion. If you're married, you can't just up and get an abortion because you wanted to get one without doggone the man knowing about it.
I don't know the facts on it, but you know what? I'm gonna say that you're right.
I know the facts on that.
No. I'm gonna say that you're right.
And that's based on the state that the woman is living in. And I'm gonna have to do some more research on that because that's my first time hearing about something like that. But it's based on the state.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a human rights issue.
And Sonny and OG, I'm agree with you. I'm gonna say that you are absolutely right because I don't know the facts on it. I'm not gonna pretend like I know facts. I only speak things that I know is true. But I will tell you this one thing: 80% of black children are born out of wedlock. So what you're saying is the minority.
Now, let me Google this.
The minority. That's the minority. Majority of black children are born out of wedlock. So what you're saying only applies to a small, minute percentage.
Can a woman get an abortion without her husband's consent?
I'm not saying what you're saying is not facts. What I'm saying is what you're talking about is a small proportion of the black community.
Yeah. And you know what?
Now, I agree with you there. That's a very small part because when it comes to marriage in Black America, it ain't going on no more like it used to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, right? Let's talk about the people that we're trying to help. Let's help the masses. You feel me?
Well, the way to help the masses would be if we doggone pour some doggone cold water on the hot pants and get married and do the best job we can at building a two-parent home. How that part? That's where it starts.
I love that. I love that love. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Rings up.
I tell you, just me, the way, just me as a personal way I roll. This just me now. I can't speak for everybody. This just me. It ain't gonna be no. Well, we've been together for 2 years. Why don't you move in? No, we're not gonna share the same domicile unless we're sharing the same last name. You got someplace to live. You stay where you stay. I stay where I stay. If we marry. And that's just how I am. That's just me. That's how I was raised.
You don't know nobody until you live with them.
Say again?
You don't know nobody until you live with them. Until you know that you can tolerate them by living.
Okay, well, you know, people say that, then people that been shacking up forever get married, then things change. So, no, I'm like this. We are not going to inhabit the same household unless we have the same name, because we're equally responsible for what's going on in the maintenance and keeping this household. There will not be a woman that is going to be living with me. I'm waking up to every day as if she is my wife, and she is not. That's just the way I was raised.
Well, I was raised by my grandma and granddaddy, and being in all honesty, look, they was together for. They literally did to death do you part type of stuff. And honestly, my grandma told me some stuff about women that my mama never told me.
Yeah, I mean, understood, but I'm just saying, with me, that's not
what you're talking about. Like you have to evolve your thinking. My grandma was a forward-thinking woman. It's so crazy. She was a forward-thinking woman. You can't even her back then. The way she grew up. My grandma died when she was 93, 94. She saw me be born, graduate, middle school, graduate, college, played basketball, went to college and everything. She was a forward-thinking woman. She taught me how to cook. she predicted all this stuff. My grandma, you know what? No reason why I'm a hell of a cook. I'm a great cook. My grandma taught me how to cook, and the reason why she taught me how to cook and kept me in the kitchen with her is she said, you know what? If a woman acts full on you, you go in the kitchen and cook your own meat. You gotta rely on a woman or none of that stuff here. She showed me how to be an independent man. See, the thing about it is, these so-called women out there don't do the same thing that they want a man to do. They still want the same things out of a man: protect, provide, and you know what I'm saying, love, right? But they're not doing it their role. And the man role is the same. Again, you choose the right man or you don't. All this is, everything I say is still up to a woman. Everything I say is still up to a woman. Either you allow a man to treat you like this or you don't. Either you pick a good man or you don't. You choose to have children with this man or you don't. You can't complain about the decision that you made.
Right.
Because
right.
men don't get credit for their mistakes. Like, oh, well, you know what? You know what? It was not the man's fault. No, it's always the man's fault. It's always the man's fault. If he mess up, you know what? He should have picked a better baby mama. You know what? He should have been laying down with that girl. Where's the responsibility going to lie on the women?
And they
because
choices.
they have been held accountable their whole life.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. And Paige said it earlier. Men are the leaders. Men are the builders. Men are the head. Everything falls up under the men. So you can't blame women for the this, that, and the third if your man game is tight. I don't blame women for a damn thing other than
so they must not have a choice then.
You're not picking. You have a choice. You can
I'm
pick a
talking about
hero.
women.
Yeah, women can pick a
If it
hero.
relies all on a man, then the woman don't have no choice then.
She do have a choice. She can pick a
You
hero.
can't hold me responsible
No.
for her choices though.
No. She can pick a hero or she can pick a zero.
So that's
Those
her
are the
choice,
choices
right?
that they have.
Right.
So it's still her choice. That's her responsibility. She see me walking
Pick
around.
a hero
She see what
or
I do.
pick a zero. And that's their choices. Now, I'm not going to sit here and blame, see. I'm not going to do that. I'm too busy getting my man on to be playing the blame game because I'm doing me. And mine are all good. And they're going to be all good because they got that male leadership. They have that leadership. See, I'm not going to sit there and have a debate on women and what women's supposed to be doing when men that are doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know you doing you and you doing you well, you're doing the proper thing, okay? All you need is a woman to fall into that doggone, that circle. If she don't, she don't. If she do, she do. But at the end of the day, look at how stress-free your life is as a man.
A man has a choice. A man has a choice who he nut in. A woman got a choice who she let in.
Exactly. It's 50-50 on when it comes to sex.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. And I don't want you to just, I'm not trying to go into too much detail. But have you had sex with women that you didn't want to have your baby?
Yes, I have, and I always wore condoms.
Hold on. All right, we're going to start right there. Now, if you had...
Let's go and state this. Condoms are not 100%, so okay.
Okay. Well, none broke on me, so they've been 100% with me.
Dig that. But by fact or not,
if you had got one
against AIDS and HIV 100%, I feel you, Zone.
If you had got one of them girls pregnant and you didn't want her to have that baby, right? What? How could you stop her from doing it?
That didn't happen to me.
When
No, no,
nah,
no, no,
he
no,
asked
no,
you a
man.
hypothetical question.
No, no, no. I'm giving
I
you. I'm giving
said,
you. I'm not. You talking about ifs?
I said, if you got one of them girls pregnant that you had
If
sex with,
keyword
and you
if
did not want to
the
have your
key
baby,
word you just
how could
mentioned
you
is
have
if.
stopped her? No, no. I said,
I,
how could you have
I'm
stopped
not
her?
speaking. I'm not speaking in ifs. I'm speaking on me and real. I'm not speaking on ifs. Okay.
OG, I asked you a question. If you
Yeah,
got a
you asked me
girl
a
Hold on,
question.
pregnant,
hold
You
on,
are
hold on.
asking me.
No,
Hold
you
on,
gave
hold on,
Let's
him a
break
hold
it
on.
down.
scenario.
Let's break it.
You
You
are
have
asking me.
kids though,
You
right?
are asking me. You are asking me a question of if that I can't answer because it never happened to me. How am I supposed to
Life
answer you
experience.
when you ask me, well, if you got some woman pregnant and you didn't want the baby, it never happened to me. So how can I answer that question for you?
simple.
I
The
can't.
question that the question that I asked, hold on, the question I asked was, could you stop her?
It never happened to me.
No,
None
no,
of
no,
that
no,
ever
no, no, no,
happened
no.
to me.
I didn't ask you if it ever happened to you. I said, if it had happened, could you
Mm-hmm.
have?
I can't speak on the if that had happened to me.
Man, come on, man.
Well, you
I
gotta get
said,
it. Well, then you get old school.
could you
I
have
feel
stopped her?
you
Really,
trying
I
to
wouldn't
avoid the
speak on shit
question.
I don't know about either.
Yeah, you spoke on a lot tonight that you don't really just know about. So you know everything's
Oh
based
yeah, I
on
did speak
experiences
on a
and
lot that I
everything.
know about because
But
I spoke
but
all about
experiences
me.
though.
That's like asking somebody, well, if you was in Iraq, then what? If you ain't been there and
Never
done
been
that,
to
you don't
Iraq.
know. You don't know. And then there's some that done been there and they didn't even have the equal experience. So how you gonna ask them if you don't know what you're gonna do in a given situation? Somebody could kick the door in right now on a home invasion thing right now. What would I do? Now I could think in my mind, I'm gonna grab the nearest pistol to me. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm gonna defend my household. I could think that, but if I'm not quick enough, then what happens? All that ifing. I don't deal with ifs. I deal with realities. Okay?
OG. But you had came up with a whole scenario about that. I asked you one question. I said, if you got a girl pregnant, you came up with a whole scenario about if somebody broke into your house and did all this stuff and all this stuff in
Uh-huh.
Iraq and all this
Yeah.
stuff.
If
I asked
I
you one
got
question.
somebody
If you
pregnant,
got a girl
well,
pregnant, is there
there was
anything that
no
you can do
ifs. I
to have
never
that baby?
if.
You just
I
did it.
never if. In the 59 years that I've lived, I've never ifed. So I can't answer that question. I can't answer that with an answer that makes sense because I never ifed. I can't answer that.
Okay, move on in the
Your
conversation.
fucking
So when we
I mean,
what's the
that's
title
real.
again? What's the title again? We can move on in the conversation.
Zone, what you got to say about
I ain't got
that,
nothing to
Zone?
say on
Come
that.
on.
Nothing. What's the
What you
top?
got to
What's
say
the title
about
again?
it?
Like what's the title
The
again?
title, Do Black Women Create What They Hate? And we was breaking down the lack of skills and the readiness of young women becoming into their adulthood as ladies, as queens. And we and like we were just breaking it all the way down. We was getting to the root of it, and we was finding the solution as we was putting all the problems onto the table. And each problem that we would put on the table, bam, we come back like, well, this the solution, and it you should have been married first. The commitment, bam. After it happens, it's like, well, that's how a single mother become this independent woman, like as if she don't need no man. Bam, it happens like bless the child that has his own. It comes from elders, bad game, as well as the upbringing of her earlier stages in life. You see what I'm saying? Once you create, like, we can also talk about the children. When your kids don't grow up in the right way and choose the right path, You just like your goddamn dad. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, just like that. You know what I'm talking about, son?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that happens a whole lot. And I said, now I could speak on that from personal experience. I could speak on that. You get women.
We got on the creative side, like women don't make babies by themselves. Unless you want to throw the
Yeah,
artificial
I mean,
insemination in there.
you
But
know,
They don't make them
we
by
know,
themselves.
yeah, we
but
know that's a given. But after the baby is here and the upbringing and rearing of the child, okay, if it's a single mother that's left to do it on her own, right? And this is a man that she is hating because she holds him responsible for putting her in the position that she is currently in, which she is 50% responsible for the situation.
yeah,
They tend to take it out on children. And the
the
children
children.
of the
Mhm.
man that they hate due to their situation, they take it out on those children. And that's wrong.
Can you what you got to say about that? That we got into the now when you came in, we was talking about who got control, whose choice. I say the man got a choice who he nut in, a woman got to control who she let in.
That's the
Old school
Yeah.
started
50-50.
talking
But
about condoms. Jabo
the
came
thing
up
is
with a
this: we
scenario as if she got pregnant, could you control her? Could you stop her from having or keeping the baby? That's you know
right.
what I'm saying.
Well,
That's the whole
all
sum
of
of it.
that,
But the
right?
subject is,
All of
do
that,
black women create what they hate?
right. But all of that pushed aside. The child is already here. The child is being raised. That's the focus of your topic. The child is
Yes,
already being
yes,
raised. It
yeah.
doesn't work out with the
It
guy
don't
and the
work out.
female, and she is upset with the man being an emotional being. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yes.
And she takes her frustrations out on the child or children emotionally because she is upset with that man.
And it all goes back to Zone and Jabo Junt saying that she has that choice who she let in.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Exactly. She has that choice.
There's a one. Hey,
But
hey,
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
tell you, I'm
hold
gonna
on. Hey,
tell
hey,
you,
OD, hold on. Before you jump in, I want to bring Sonny back in one more time. Sonny, what do you think?
Women have a choice. I'm standing firm on that because in my opinion, I'm not sleeping with a man that I don't even have an interest in, you know,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm married,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean in
Mhm.
a scenario like that, no. Just thinking about my
Yeah.
upbringing and my life when I was
Mhm.
in my 20s, that's an absolute
Yeah.
no. And no. That's and I believe that women have the power and control of who they get involved with. I really
they
do.
do.
I mean, it's either you
I
gonna
agree with
get with
you
somebody that's
100%.
on your level, or you gonna get with somebody that's not on your level, and that is
See,
in your control. And sometimes women get involved in relationships that um the person is not on their level. That has a lot to do with their upbringing, some things that possibly happened in their childhood, just
Yeah.
whatever happened.
Keep
And
it,
I'm
Sonny.
not gonna knock that person for the decisions that they make, but I feel like women
Mhm.
have the power and control in, you know,
Uh-huh.
when we talk about relationship status, they do.
hmm
Yes. Yes, yes,
they
that
do
goes back to what I
100%.
said,
Like I
Sonny.
said, I
When I
agree
said
with you.
children raised in a married-based household also exhibit more favorable development outcome over time, which
And
develops
and
in their adulthood relationship matters. than children who grows up in a single parent household. Okay, then they
Mhm.
develop
Mm-hmm.
distrust because of the hatred of the father of the figure who she got to now. You know, it goes back to that.
Oh, let me just clarify some things really quick when we talk about kids. Okay, in reality, this is my perspective, and I'm gonna speak on it from my perspective. Um, I'm not gonna have kids with I feel like I have the control of everything, and I'm absolutely not gonna have a child and bring a child into this world with somebody that's not on my level. Okay, if I know that that person can take care of that child, I'm not doing that, and that's why I'm
That's
saying
called
that women
power,
have control. It's like, okay, if you go sleep with somebody and
control and
you end
power.
up getting pregnant, okay, well, it's gonna be up to the woman. It's gonna be up to the woman to make a decision what they're gonna do with their body and the outcome of that situation. And I do understand, these scenarios about the condoms and everything else, but it is
That lack of
completely up
skill and
to
readiness
a
thereof.
woman.
Exactly. It's like you as a woman, you are not going to produce a baby with a dirt bag.
Exactly.
But they
Oh,
produce
Lee.
dirt bag ass
And that's what
babies.
it
Now,
all
come
boils
on now.
down
They
to.
grow up,
Oh,
That's what
Lee.
it
rob
boils
people,
down to.
kill. That's a dirt bag baby.
Tell
You
you, you are not going to
understand?
produce
You dirt
children
bag ass
with a
baby.
dirt bag.
Hey, I gotta get y'all on this. Don't try to jump in and take my shine, baby. Cause I asked Sonny, and Sonny agreed with me. You said it's 50-50. No, it ain't no 50-50. It's up to a
Yes, it
woman.
is 50-50.
It is. It is when it comes to the creation.
It's
No, we're
50-50.
talking about whether
Now,
or not
no,
a child is born or not is up to a woman.
If you go back to the beginning
no,
of the
no.
whole
It's up to both of
Man,
y'all.
incident, it's
the
It's up to
50-50.
power
her
of
to make
creation is
choose
with
to
lies
let you
within
in.
the
It's
woman
up to her for the
No, it doesn't.
precautions
It's
to
only.
choose to not
50-50.
let you in or not.
Man, ain't no
It is up
50-50,
to
man.
you
It
It
to
ain't
is
no
let them
50-50.
50-50.
be
Because
in
even
her.
after she
It's up to
let
you
you
to be
in,
territorial.
she
Remember,
still has the
men are
power to not
territorial.
have
They
that
mark
child.
their
No
territory.
matter how much
It's
you
up to
love
you to
or
mark
whatever
your
you do.
territory.
Thank you, Sonny.
Mhm.
Thank you, Sonny.
That's
He
that's
can
a
he can try
that's
to
a
mob.
I'ma just say this. Some people may not like it what I'm gonna say, but that's a weak minded individual. If a woman agrees upon and say that's 50-50. No.
Hey,
That's
When
weak
it comes to
minded. And we
creation,
know
it
black women
is.
are pretty
It is.
strong and level headed.
It is.
right.
No.
The only reason why it's
In
50
the
50 to me
beginning,
is because she control who
in
lets
the
her in,
beginning,
and the man control
thank
what territory he marked.
But
You
see,
Thank
know,
you.
after he
In the
marks his
it would
beginning,
be what?
it's
territory,
It wouldn't be the
he
50-50.
same
he
if she
he
didn't get pregnant. But it
nah,
hit if she got pregnant and kept the baby, didn't do the Planned Parenthood. Then even I done heard so many women say they got pregnant off birth control in high school. Real talk. They done took the precautions. Okay. You ain't never
Mhm.
heard that, Sonny? That women get pregnant off birth
No,
control,
I
Oh,
goddamn
heard
minimum
that
that they ain't.
myself.
I
I,
promise you.
I know
but
exactly
you
what you referring to, and
That
95% of those women that
born.
was, during that time, they didn't have them babies. They
Yeah,
didn't.
the
They did.
only, the
They did
only
not have
pure.
those babies.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
even I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
break this down too. Even when kids during their adolescent years get pregnant in high school, they do not have them babies.
And then, but it
Now,
go back to
I'm
Jabo.
gonna say
It go
probably
back to Jabo
two
saying the
percent,
condom broke. You can
two
still
percent.
take the precautions, but it's not 100% sure.
Exactly. The only
And they don't
100%
even
is
have them
absent.
babies. But hey, they did in my time. They
Right.
did. They had them babies. They came to
The
school
only,
pregnant, honey. I promise you. We
yeah,
had the
but it
birth
the
control.
wasn't
only,
it wasn't a lot of kids getting
the
pregnant though,
only
like they were
100%
blowing it up though.
is
Because how
The
many we
sexual
abstinence.
know?
education class,
That,
sex ed. You know what I'm saying? Passing out condoms, the in
But
brochure.
Paige,
What?
Paige, Paige, the only 100% is abstinence, right?
Thank
And I
you.
don't fall
That
in
goes back to
that,
Sonny
that
saying she
category
has
because
power
cause
and the
I'm gonna fuck.
control.
Even
Yeah.
if
I'm
when
gonna
she
fuck.
does
Fucking
have,
is good. I'm gonna
once
fuck.
you have
It
done
just goes back
the
to what
actions,
Sonny said, that the woman has
the
power
choice
and
still
control.
lies with the
Uh,
woman,
I'm
regardless
saying
of the
she
fact,
has
do
control
she
and
want
power
this?
who she let in. That's what I'm
Yeah, she
saying.
has that control right there, and she has this control over the creation too. Even after he sat there and tried to spray her down and all that good stuff,
Okay.
man,
Okay.
it still lies with the woman at the end of it. So when he get through and go on back home,
So
he say, "Yeah,
you
we gonna
saying
have
she
this.
only
Look,
has
we gonna
control who
have
she
this
let
here."
in and what she let out of her.
She gonna be sitting there
That's what
smiling,
y'all
saying, "Yeah,
ran with,
yeah,
but she
yeah,"
don't.
and making
She
a
even
doctor
got
appointment at the
control.
same time.
Dig that. All right. All right.
I'm gonna pose one question. I'm gonna sit up. Has any child on this earth been born without a woman allowing that child to be born?
You say what?
Has any child on this earth been born without a woman allowing that child to be born?
Without a woman allowing, yes, yes. You can
What?
take Nick Cannon's story this for instance if you want to.
Hold on, say what now?
Elaborate on it. Elaborate on
You
Nick
want to
Cannon's
say that?
story.
I have to throw Nick Cannon in there, baby. I have to. Because she
Say
did not
what?
want him to be born. Period. Period.
So, oh,
Look it up
what?
right now. Look it up. Shit. She didn't.
Hold
She'll
on.
tell you. It's a video. But
What
I
it
got to
say?
ride with Jabbo. Yes, she does have control of what's to be born and not. What
And that's
comes
the
out of
bottom
her.
line.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
At
Jabbo,
the
she got
end
control.
of the day, at the end of
Yeah.
the day, at the
I
end of
ride
the
with
day,
Jabbo.
just
Sonny,
hands down.
and,
Like
and,
like you
and you.
said, Sonny, that's a weak-minded woman if she thinks it's 50-50. Nah, I ain't no. I'm gonna take
It
that back
can't be
now.
weak
I
minded.
can't I,
You can't be
I ain't
weak
gonna
minded.
I ain't gonna
It's
say
not
weak
weak
minded
minded
because
at
some
all.
religion governs. You know what I'm saying?
How could
You
it be
know,
weak
certain.
minded and science proved that it take two to make a baby? That's all. I'm
But
weak minded for knowing
we
the
talking about
physics
the
of how the baby is born, the sperm go to the egg. That's
We
weak
just talking
minded.
about the creation.
but we talking about the creation though. The woman has control of what happens to their body.
Thank you.
Yes.
They have
Yeah.
Yes.
control
She
mentally,
does
spiritually. They have
100%.
I
control.
didn't disagree with that.
So
She
where is it
does.
50-50 at then? Where is it
When
50-50
he
No,
if she
she
marks
has
his
does.
control?
Oh,
territory,
hold on,
when he
hold on,
nut
hold
in her,
on.
that's when it's
Give me,
50-50.
give me
She
30
still can
seconds.
go have it
No,
and
give me
still
30. Give me 30
can
seconds.
All
She
right.
make
has
it.
full
She
control of who
still
she let
has
run
that
up in
creation
her.
control right there.
She has
She
full
still has
control
that
of that.
control.
She has full control of that.
So
But the
where is it 50
man,
then? Where
okay,
is
can
it
I?
50?
This only gonna take 30
Well,
seconds.
it don't have to take 30 seconds if you just said she has control, then where you see 50 at?
I'm trying to
If
explain
I
that part, but you
control,
over
then
talking me.
it ain't.
Because I
I'm
Nah,
see
trying to
50,
explain, but
you're
you're
not
I
over
see
listening.
talking
You're
me.
not
50,
listening to the
I see
statement.
50,
Not
I
listening to
see
the statement.
50 only when the
If
like
she
not who
has
let her in,
You're
who
over
she let
talking
in.
control
me.
over creation, if she has control over creation, where
You're
is it
over
50?
talking me. So you're not gonna get it because you're over talking
When
me.
she
I
create
said
without
I
the
can
man.
explain this in 30
If she
seconds.
has the
And
bottom line,
see, you keep
is
over talking me, so I might as well not say
you
nothing.
don't bet. So if she has, it's the bottom line, she has the last say so, whether you like it or not. How do you have 50% to that into that? You have 50% into the making. You get what I'm saying? The
Thank you.
action.
Ride with me on
You
it.
only
Thank
got
you.
50. You only
That's
got
what I'm
50 in the
talking about.
action.
Of
That's what I'm saying. You
making.
can agree
I
to.
said
Can we
creating.
perform this
I
act?
said creating.
Yes.
I said
Yes.
And that's the
I
same
said
thing I'm talking about.
Now,
That's the
you
say
can
same
about
spray
birth
all
50-50 I'm
you
control.
want,
talking
and when
about.
Who
you
she
get
laying
done, she
in
can
of,
go back and
who she
clean
laying
house.
out of. I don't give a damn about that. I'm
But
talking
we got
about the
she
making.
ain't no. That's
50
the
50.
only part you. That's the only part
Can
you
a
have
man
in the
carry a baby?
action. Nah,
Can a woman get a
But
man
see,
pregnant?
no.
but that's the same.
So
That's the
what you got?
50-50 I'm talking about. Okay,
Well, you ain't going. You
but
ain't
I'm
answering the
being
question
over
then.
talked, so I can't make my point.
Well, you're only
What's
saying
up?
in the
Try.
actions
What
of
you
it.
gotta
That's it.
say?
Then you talking about in the
Try.
action. You talking about in the
Try
creation.
Judah. Where you at, Try?
You talking about the creation. You got to talk about the creation, not the actions to create.
The
Even
actions
once you
cause
finish
the
them,
creation.
right?
All
Even
right.
when
Thank you.
that point is made right
With the
there,
make.
she still has the bottom line to finish the painting or not.
You need a woman and a man to make a baby.
You can help her start the painting, but you can't help
That's
her
what I'm
in
talking about.
finishing the
I
painting.
don't care about all that.
That's it. You can only help her start the painting. You cannot help her finish the job. That's when you
That's
clock
what I'm
out right
talking
then
about.
and there.
That right there.
Yeah.
Hey, the baby
Oh, yeah.
already
She is
here.
the manager.
Damn, now.
You are an employee. She is the manager.
That's
it.
That's why I gave you the scenario.
She employed you.
Making
And
that
she
baby
can terminate
son.
you. And it's over with. She the supervisor. She the manager. She the CEO.
It's over.
The forklift driver.
Yep.
Instructions. Clock in and clock out. I'll see you tomorrow. If I want to. No more explanation out of it.
It's on. No. That's what they're saying. Mama's babies, papa's babies.
Hey.
You cannot control whether a woman pushes out a baby or not.
My promise.
You can't do it.
I don't know how you go teach them Sunday tonight. You got a hard time.
We ain't talking about pushing out the baby.
We're
not talking about the baby born. We're not even talking about the control no more. We're talking about the creation and the making baby. That's what we talking about. That's all.
Okay.
That's
it's
what I'm talking
like
about.
that's all the man do is plant the seed. We plant the seed in a woman. It's like if you plant a seed in the ground, but the woman's job, she's the soil, and she's also the person that's overseeing the plant.
Thank you, Trey.
So at the end of the day, the woman have the right to abort. She could pull that seed out. You can't get past that. She could do that. No matter no matter if you want that child or not, she still could do that without your permission. Without you.
But I never denied that. Is it 50-50 in making that baby? Is it 50-50?
But you still saying that it's 50-50.
Can he choose?
Yes, it takes 50. It's 50-50 to create to create the baby. But at the end of the day, the woman still got the final decision, man. You can't get past that.
We know who got the final. We know who got control. We know who got the power. But how many it take? Is it 50-50 when creating?
No.
Oh, now everybody want to get quiet.
What you mean? We will
when it's creating?
We will go let you get yours out the way.
Do you choose who you plant your seed in? Try.
Yeah, that's all the man doing is planting the seed.
Yeah,
I mean, now years ago,
wait a minute, Trav, wait.
Back in BC days, before they came out with all this extra stuff, of course, the woman was carrying that baby. But even back then, you still had to. The woman had to eat. She could not eat. She could do things to not have that baby, even back then. So at the end of the day, it's still up on that woman's choice to have that child or not. Of course, it takes a man to create. It takes a man to lay the seed. The baby come from us. We the progenitors, the man. But at the end of the day, the woman is the neutral. She the one that's taking care of that's bringing the child into the earth.
Thank you, Trav. I just wanted to know, do men choose who they nut in?
A woman got to take care of her body. She got to take care of herself, to bring the baby into the earth.
Like it at the end of the day, a woman choose who she letting under her.
We know that, but it's 50-50 when making it.
It's not like, yes, that's the way the world works.
He just broke it all the way down. He did. He touched every basis. We can't even debate that. He touched all them bases.
Exactly. I don't know why you fellas acting like you don't have a choice in who you nut in. I know I do.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
But we passed that. Let's say, like I'm gonna go to what somebody said. What if it was
who you would like to nut in? You can.
Why you don't have control?
Because the woman still has the key to the door.
So why you don't have control over
if
who
she
you
don't
nutting?
hold on. If that
you out baby zone, you way over there.
No,
we talking about when you're releasing.
Choice, who he listen what I'm saying. You have to meet, right? She has to agree to have sex with me, right? If she don't agree to have sex with me, I can't nut in her. I would like to. I was just, again, what old school he was saying. You have a choice in who you nut in. You can pick. Bottom line, if she say no,
then you can't do it.
You can't do nothing. You can like to all you want. You can choose her all you want. If she rejects the actions, then nah. You gotta move to the next one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose to nut in.
You still
gotta go
have
to the next
control.
to nut in.
You still
got
as
choice
a
to
man.
come with a knot. Who you
She has to relinquish control
who
to
you go in. You still got choice
she
who you
has
go
to
in.
relinquish
Like letting,
the
you know
control to you.
I know a
You
man
know what I'm
got
saying?
control.
She has
over
to
the
give you that control. She has to give you that control.
What is the climax?
You have to convince her to give you that control. And that's by saying yes. Once she agrees to sex, that's when you have control.
That's the only time
she lose. That's when you lose. That's when she loses control right there.
Yep.
That's the only time your choice comes into it. You can choose. Yeah, that's that partner right there. Yeah, that's who I would like to. Yeah. Until she say come on upstairs, you don't have no control.
Goes back.
A
man have a choice who he nut in. A woman has control who she let in.
Thank you.
Only to a certain point. Only to a certain point. What I'm saying, but the bottom line still relies with the woman. She has to give the okay.
You're sounding like, look, what they say in Illinois is tender dick. Can't control your own nut. Going head first for the bit. Okay. I thought men had full. I didn't know. I know women can put it on you and make you, but you still got a choice whether to release or not. Like pissing.
Fact. But see, this is what I'm saying. See, y'all blur the lines with how y'all doing it. Isn't it okay?
Mm-hmm.
That just keep on. See, when I'm answering it to the simplest form. Where does it have to start to where he has control? So if he has to be given control if he don't have control from the beginning, then the bottom line is she has to control. She has to get the okay, and then he gains control. So it ain't do you have control? Yeah, y'all want to play it after the game and say, yeah, I had control at that point. At that point, yeah, she gave it to you. Bottom line, she has to get a control.
Mm-hmm.
We can play this game all day, left and right, but she gave control when she said, "Come on, let's do these actions." You feel what I'm saying? That's going into the game part and all that good stuff and knowing who you laying down with. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, you know.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm quite sure if the fellas are thirsty and they know what one of them things look like, there's a female trying to get some money for a fix. I'm quite sure they ain't gonna run up in her bald head, are they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, you would?
No, I said yeah, they do.
Man, old school. The condoms is not. You gotta X that out, man. Condoms is not 100%. This man,
It's
Nothing
birth
is
you gotta
control
know that.
100%. It's birth
Exactly. So
control
you
100%.
bringing
No.
up condoms like
Nothing is
that.
100%.
If you wear a condom, you're not going to get her pregnant. Because I know
Nothing
I ain't
is
the only one that condoms slip
100%.
off. Have you ever had some that
And
the
Job,
pussy
what
that
if
ate
she
the
stay
condom
in
up?
No, never broke on me.
You haven't. I ain't say broke. I didn't say broke. But you never had to fetch out a condom.
Yes, I did. A couple of days ago.
Exactly. So right, that alone, a woman could still get pregnant with a condom on because it is slid
How?
off.
Explain that part.
Let's go to all these babies
I just
born out
explained it, man.
of outside
Look, the bottom
marriages.
line up front.
You just said it.
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down for the ladies like this. Here, if a man put on a condom, you having sex and it slip off, you got a small dick.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. That ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. That ain't got nothing. You know, a female could kind of squeeze her inside. A female could squeeze her insides and squeeze that condom right off of you.
Yeah, all right. And you know the difference between a feel of using a condom and not using one.
Okay, let me say this. You just said it happened to you last week. How did it happen to you? How did it happen?
How did it happen? Chick came over to get it in. I strapped up, got it in, took that condom off when it was over, sent her motherfucking ass back to where she came.
No, you just said it slid in her. You had to fetch it out. That's what you said. You had to fetch it out.
I didn't say that.
Oh man, hey, you the debate
what
king.
you want to hear.
You won.
Come on, man.
You hearing what you want to hear.
Man, what? You just said it happened last week. How he getting this? Old school, man. Come on, man.
He talking, and I said, yeah, I was just with this broad last week. And Paige knows the story behind this one. That's the one I burnt rubber on. She came by, knocked her. I was just in the neighborhood. I strapped up, knocked her off, flushed the condom. Everything's everything.
Yeah. Okay, can I please jump in on this one? OG, I want you to hear this. You have a woman on the panel, Sonny.
We got two women.
No. She's the host. I'm talking about on the panel.
Okay, that don't make her not a woman, but still, go ahead.
No. I'm saying she's the host. I said we have a woman on the panel who 100% agree with everything we said.
She's agreeing with me too.
No. Oh, yes.
Okay, no, hold on. Paige, tell them what you don't agree with me on. Just tell them right quick.
Hold on. I said
no. Let her. You said that.
I said
Let Paige.
I promise y'all being quiet the whole time you was talking. Everybody was talking.
No, you wasn't.
Bro, I didn't say nothing. I was being respectful.
I'm being respectful too, but I want to know what Paige disagrees with.
OG, if you want to talk, I will be quiet. I should spoke up. You go ahead and talk, bro. Go ahead.
I'm waiting on Paige to talk. Paige, you talk. Tell them where you disagree with what I said.
Condoms are not 100% effective in the stopping of AIDS, pregnancies, unwanted pregnancies, and STDs.
And I said, the only 100% method is abstinence. Did I say that, Paige?
Right.
Thank you.
Sonny, what you got to say about it? Because I'm the host and you're the lady on the panel.
I'm standing firm on what I said. Women,
you gonna still leave me weak-minded.
They are. I mean, because back in the day, I didn't play that game. I wasn't having a baby with a man I wasn't with. And I was a little hottie back then. And I'm just gonna be honest. I
Wait a
was not
minute, but you had a great
having a
upbringing though.
baby
You
with a
had a great
man.
upbringing,
Yeah.
right?
It was fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was fine, but I still wasn't having babies with a man that I didn't want. Now, have I encountered like a somewhat of situation of being with a deadbeat? Yeah, and I made the decision to have that baby. That was up to me. It wasn't up to him. And at that point, I'm gonna give you all this little scenario. He was upset that I had even decided to go along and have the baby.
because he was a deadbeat.
It
So,
doesn't matter.
Irresponsible man.
She chose to do that.
but I had the power though, because it was my
Yes, you
body and I
did.
was gonna do what I wanted to do because I wanted the baby.
Yes, you did.
How could any man have stopped it?
They
See,
couldn't.
I
They
agree with what makes sense.
I don't know because in
I
other
agree with
countries,
what
the
makes sense.
women don't have no power, Jabo. Especially Siberia and Arab culture in India. They don't have no damn
Yep.
power.
We ain't seeing
They
it over
don't.
there, though. We see it in America.
I
That
know,
don't
but
even make
you said overall. You said overall.
yes.
So do you blame her for the pregnancy? What? I gotta
Yes.
ride with y'all.
Yes. I mean, every woman is responsible for their own pregnancy. Anybody else, you get lemons, you make lemonade. You feel me? So if you chose the wrong person, guess what
Yeah.
happened? It was
What?
those consequences, the action that you dealt with, and then you know what? Make a beautiful child out of it. This is the best you can.
Mhm.
But the responsibility in the whole 100% unmitigated gall is on the woman. You can't cut it. Now,
I do.
that's not saying that, oh, because you have a child out of wedlock, you're a bad person. No, we're saying it's your responsibility and you do the best you can.
I know a
Now,
lot of successful wedlock babies.
yes,
Jay-Z
honey,
was a wedlock baby.
the way you present yourself, the way you talk, I feel like you are a very responsible person and you are definitely doing the best you can. And I feel like your children are going to come out good, like dead serious. That doesn't mean there's a negative connotation behind it. It just means
Mhm.
that it is your responsibility. But you chose to do it. Um,
Yeah, because thinking about those situations, if we go
Uh-huh.
back now, Leonard, I'm gonna go back to what you said. Um, the women, I don't remember word for word, but it's okay. I'll just paraphrase it. But you
All right.
explain the women, they know when they see a man that's basically don't fill their cup or is not on their level, they know what they're getting involved in. And that's the same situation with
Right.
what we're talking about when it comes down to the responsibility of caring for these children.
True.
It's the same type of situation, because if you know, for instance, that this person is not on your level, they can't help you to support that child, well, it's up to the woman. It's up to the woman to make that decision.
True.
And I'm not, for all the women that's listening, I'm not no negative judgment on your decisions
No,
that you
this is not negative judgment.
make. Yeah, but it's up to the individual to make that decision if they're gonna choose to bring life in this world. And if they make that decision, like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, well, the consequences that comes with that. So that's why it's your responsibility, because that person cannot support that child. That person don't have the means. That person family don't have the means to take care or to support that child. So at that point, it is completely up to the woman as far as responsibility. So that's my perspective on that.
And Sonny, that's why I try to get your perspective on it, because like we're debating about something that the woman knows first and foremost about.
Get close to that speaker. Get close to that Bluetooth speaker. We can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, way better.
Okay. What I was saying was that's why I was trying to get Sonny's perspective on it, because I want to hear a woman perspective on it. Now, hearing a woman perspective, are you going to tell a woman that she's wrong? OG? That's coming from a woman.
Am I going to tell a woman that she's wrong? Is that the question you're asking?
No, I'm saying on this particular topic, on this specific topic.
Mm-hmm.
You heard a woman say that. Have you had a change of heart, or are you going to say, no, I still feel like I feel?
Okay, which question are you asking? Because you didn't switch it 2 different ways.
Yeah.
I'm asking the same question. I said, we've heard a woman point of view on the topic. Is a woman 100% responsible for bringing children on this earth or not? A woman just told you that. Oh, yes, a woman is 100%.
Okay, now that goes right back to what I said. Initially, and hear me well, initially it's 50-50. It's the man and the woman. The woman has the choice if she's impregnated to keep the baby or not. That's all I've been saying.
No, you've been saying it's 50-50.
No, I said it's 50-50 because the initial act is a dick and a pussy.
Yeah.
Okay, so who allows the dick to come in the pussy?
It's not
the woman.
The woman. It's the choice of the individual.
What the fuck, dog? Who allowed the dick to come in the pussy?
It's a choice. It's a choice.
Who allowed to come in like when you say come in, Jabbo?
Yeah.
When you say come in, do you mean mark territory, nut in, or let the dick in?
I'm not talking about market territory. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm talking
That's
about
what I'm talking about.
Okay. So when a woman lays down, she's allowing a man to do what?
Penetrate her however that man chooses to.
Who decision is it?
She's allowing a man,
it's consensual. That's why the word consensual is there.
Thank you, Paige.
I ain't never heard of too many women raping dick, taking it.
Thank you. No, that's my whole point. The consensual part comes in on the woman. A woman allows you. That's what consent is.
No, consensual means that both parties agree to the act of sex. Both.
How many men do you know have?
Not one. It's both parties. Both. Shit.
How many men do you know?
Whatever.
Office to talk about how they great.
You say what?
How many men you know that went to the police office talking about how they great?
I don't know them. I don't know them, but it has happened plenty of times. I don't know them personally, but it has happened. I can look at that.
Is that a small minority?
How many men been raped in the United States?
It's probably been about, I would say 5 to 10%. Yeah, I used to do a lot of that topic.
They say the area of 1998, 2.7 million men were raped in the United States.
That the baby is his regardless. You got to prove that. The woman, we know 100% is the woman. So At the end of the day, the woman is the one that holds the full reign. Yeah, the father, you got to prove that, man. No, at the end of the day, she got to let you sign the birth certificate. Unless y'all married, of course. But she got to let you.
So, do black women hate what they create? Do black women create what they hate? Do black women create what they hate?
Can't even hear a page.
Yes.
I think we answered the question.
Yep.
We answered it extensively by their behaviors of the children that they've created.
And by
And
choices.
we also broke down the basis of who got control of what creates.
Right.
See?
Women, that
We
was the whole
also
thing.
broke down the challenges that undermine long-term relationship success. Difficulty in trusting, the pain from the past, the lack of skills and readiness of. Therefore, the purpose of this broadcast was to explore the reasons to why black women are the top disproportionated single mothers or women in the world, the nation. That's why I brought y'all together up here. Why? To give a unique perspective on this important demographic trend in our country today. This is why.
I appreciate it.
I even broke it down to the depletion effect. I even broke it down to the depletion effect. You know what the depletion effect is?
I'm not sure.
Okay, then. All right. So let me go ahead and give this prime ghetto example. Here we go. So you held your man down. He got locked up. He out. He did a little skit bit, whatever you want to call it, the bricks, the block. Here we go. He gets out. The depletion effect. Criminal record. Blocked opportunities after imprisonment hinders one's ability to provide. Henceforth, it undermines the black family formation and promotes joblessness and loss of power in the family unit. Not only the family unit, it can be another, you know what I'm saying? Overall, when you ain't got no money and you a black man, you kind of nothing to others, even to your significant others, when you cannot buy your kids bread and meat. Every thesis, every point, every focus point we have broke down until the last formation. We even went through the creation. We even went through after the creation is born. We even went through the upbringing when the creation has not went the way that you planned the path for that child that day. You done everything you could for that child. That child still got his own choice whether to do right or wrong. Soon as they mess up, where your mom at? It ain't never where your dad is. Where your mom at?
See?
Soon as they get on her ass from the school, the work. What you do this time? I ain't do nothing. You just like your goddamn dad. I can't stand you.
No.
Talk to me. Talk to me. How do we stop that? How?
Man.
Well, that's something that's going to take.
We gotta make
many
better
years
choices.
to come. Many years to come,
Better.
because if black people can't come together and like act like civilized people to handle like some of the small issues, we got to think about how can we do anything with the complex issues. So that's why I'm saying that it's going to be really complicated and it may take some time to do that, because if we can't come together to take care of the small things, how can we, bond together and be a unit to take care of some of these major issues? And it's really complex. It's got a lot to do with systemic racism, oppression, but we can't continue to um, let that consume us as if, oh, it's a norm. You know what I mean? We can't continue to say like, oh yeah, it is the oppression or it's the oppressors in our society. So we can't let that continue to consume us in our communities. But first we got to do something as a unit together. We can't do anything as a unit together if we divided, self-hate, women, violence against women, violence against black males. So we can't do that. And it's a really complex issue. And you know what? They've been working on this issue for many years. It's been going on for decades. It has. And it's actually going to start with the individual as a whole, and the community can do something, but it's going to be up to that person to make some different decisions and choices. And the reason why I'm saying is because we got to go back to, historically, to think about what happened to black people and how we became so divided. And this is something that we can't fix overnight. And it has a lot to do with our identity too. A lot to do with our identity of who we are. So that's something that we actually going to have to do some work on. And I feel like it's more complex than what people actually think it is. Jabo mentioned earlier, about the violence that's going on, in the communities and everything. That's a complex issue. It is. It's a historic issue that's been going on for decades. It's nothing new. It's nothing new what's going on.
At all.
Yeah. And it's actually, it's going to be up to the individual first, but we don't have no unity amongst each other as black people. That's our main problem. I've been doing research on that for some time. I'm still doing research on there, doing my thesis on that. So it's going to be up to black people to make that change. We can have allies, but our allies can't help us do anything if we can't help ourselves as a race of people.
Oh,
I agree 100% with that.
So
Hey, Paige.
you broke down the behavior pattern, and you broke down the individual development, the systematic. Okay, that's
Hey,
generation.
Paige, I'm gonna jump in this right here. It's a generational curse that we gotta break, and it's
That's
so hard
what,
to
that's
do.
what the description is, Jabo. Did you read the description? It
Um,
says from generational curses to generational getting cussed the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what this description says up under this live.
we need to stop influencing. Like as black people, we have made the abnormal normal, so we can deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, things that are not normal. Like most black kids grow up seeing somebody get shot. I did. Most black kids growing up without a whole family in their household. I did. Most black kids grow up without a lot of stuff, and we make it normal so we can deal with it. Stop. Let us as black people, as a culture, as a whole, stop making the abnormal normal so we can deal with it. Instead of just say, you know what? No, that's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're so judge each other when somebody tells you, hey, that's not cool. Oh, you a liar, you a sucker, you this and that. No, what you're doing is not normal. You have some trauma going on in your
You mentioned a good point about the trauma. Think about suicide rates for amongst Black people. It's at the all-time high. Since when have Black people been dealing with the suicidal issues that we're dealing with today?
Never.
Yeah, we talked about that 2 weeks ago, Sonny, with the spiritual and mental health of our people. We sure did. Found out there wasn't any resources. Found out some areas just don't offer that. Just we have to depend on fake shit to even get through the cope. Just suck it up. The suck it up. The bad game from the elders. Black people don't go see psychs. Black people don't, and Black people be messed up for real. After all this, like Jabo just said, how the abnormal become the norm. Don't that do something to your psyche? When things don't shock you no more, it's just like a soldier coming back to civilian life, almost. What seems
And we can't sit
abnormal,
together on
what
many
seems
issues
like
at
it can
all.
be normal for another person. And it be, you know what I'm saying, diagnosed to be some type of sickness. That's sad. That's sad. And you never knew because you didn't even have the money, the resources. You got a barrier because of your economic status, your instabilities. That single parent household, mom didn't teach you, the insurance. So stick a buckets in the stove, but the buckets got to be in the stove because there's no insurance policies. They're not raised. You know what I mean? And it's a curse, generation from generation.
I'm gonna jump in. Saying, what would most of us talk? Graduate high school, go work for somebody.
Right.
Saying, you know what? You can be your own boss. I want you to graduate high school and become your own boss. In my family, I was taught to graduate high school and go work for somebody. And at that time, it was a white man that worked for. Who don't even like me. Doesn't even recognize my talent. Doesn't even recognize how great I am. Right? So that's what I was taught my whole life. And if you get taught that, it's like, okay, go work for a white man, sell dope, or play sports. Like in the hood, what options are there? Are you gonna be a shooter or something like that right now? Like
they want to be a shooter, send them to the military. I still don't understand people that buy children and toy guns.
I mean, like it's
but I'd rather teach you, I'd rather for the kids to get taught how to fish and hunt.
Well, I was taught that as a young man early on. I mean, like I've been, I was 100, all this up there. Hey, all that, like, I ain't tripping on that. I learned how to survive, period, in the jungle. Hey, if you throw me in the middle of a forest, throw honey on me, help the bear. Throw honey on the bear. I'm gonna get his ass. But it's just to add on what Sonny was talking about, just you made so many good points. I can't even claim all of them on my own because a lot of stuff you were saying, I was saying the same thing. But I'm gonna add on to what you were saying. There are so many opportunities. Like we have to, number one, acknowledge the problem. Without acknowledgement, there is no growth. Number two, after you acknowledge the problem, find tools to fix the problem.
That's right.
You know, after you fix the problem, do not think it's the last problem you're going to run into. Use those same tools that you used to fix the first problem to adjust your life. So, Sonny, I mean, I got to say this, like, I didn't have too much to argue with you about on this.
Yeah, because we already know what's going on in our neighborhoods. We know what the problem is. Like you mentioned, we've been taught to go and work for somebody. And then why these young people are dealing with the stress and depression. I even experienced some of these things myself. When you go work for these people, you still got to deal with systemic racism.
Oh, absolutely. That is the glass ceiling.
Yeah, that's the problem, the main problem.
We touched another basis.
Yeah. Go work for these people and deal with that
Break down some of those
discrimination.
instabilities when they out in their world. Break them instabilities down. Break it down, Sonny.
It's a lot.
It is.
I'm gonna tell you that.
That literally might be in a whole other podcast. Really.
Yeah, it's a lot. We on a different topic here, and this is something that I have passion about. When we talk about oppressors and systemic racism and the things that's going on, we need to quit saying that we're trying to help our people if we are a part of that problem. We gotta do something about it, especially the younger generation. That's our future.
Yeah.
That's our future. We gotta get them prepared to do, to get ready for what's gonna be, that's coming. Because as a race of people right now, we're not doing too well. We're not doing well at all, because even in my hometown, in my home state, it's not good there. Every time I go there, if I call home right now, Black people going through oppression. I got friends still dealing with justice system, in and out, in and out, in and out. You know why? Because they can't rehabilitate themselves to deal with society when they when they in the system for so many years, in and out, in and out. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, yeah. So
the depletion effect.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we think back,
revolving door.
when we think about the violence that's going on, that's nothing new.
That's what
That's
Jabo said. The abnorm is becoming the norm.
That's nothing new. Think about in the 90s. Think about the 90s when the game banging was going on, and they had so
as soon
many
as you said
problems.
the 90s, I thought about Rodney King guys. I ain't gonna lie, I thought about the riot pulling that white boy from that 18-wheeler truck. They beat him so bad. As soon as you said the 90s, I thought about R&B, baggy clothes, and oversized jerseys.
That's all that's going on right now. It's a repeat of what took place in the 90s with the violence that's going on. It may be a little bit worse, but this stuff happened in the 90s. It happened in the 90s. In Little Rock, I'm going to tell you, all this stuff was going down in Little Rock in the 90s. I lived in a neighborhood where my house been shot up before, the house that I was living in. So this drive-by shootings and all this stuff that's going on, this same stuff was going on.
I remember HBO did a special called Banging in Little Rock over there. You remember Banging in Little Rock? That made me cry. That made me cry. That boy died. That boy died while they was making the film.
All of the area that you seen over there, that's the neck of the woods I grew up in. I grew up in the South End, near the fairgrounds, West Side.
So, hey, Sonny, you from Arkansas too, huh?
What you say, Drabo?
You from Arkansas too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from West Elmer.
Oh, okay, yeah. And let me tell you a story about I got some family down there. I'm gonna tell you, with the violence, it's no joke. I got a family member. This literally happened. Her brother got killed by his own cousin. Now that's how messed up, our society is as a race of people. Okay. So some of this stuff that's going on, it's nothing new. It's been going on for decades, and we know exactly what the problem is. So when somebody asks me about the issue, it's a complex issue. Do we need more money and resources going out there? Yeah, we do, but I mean, that's another issue too, because that money and the resources, that's being used to build more prisons. So,
They're
and
private owned.
yeah, yeah, those resources not going to our neighborhoods. They not. I mean, the areas that we come from, most of us, the areas are devalued or undervalued as a
Absolutely.
whole. You can't
Okay,
do
okay.
anything with it. And then, like, with helping other Black people too, sometimes I'm just gonna be honest, you guys may not like this, but it is so hard. What I learned is it's hard to change the mentality. The mentality is just stuck sometimes, just there, just there, like the same, just it's stuck sometimes with some of our people. So that's how we have been impacted as a race of people.
Yeah. Hey, Sonny, you mind me jumping in real quick?
Yeah,
Like,
go ahead, and you can correct me on anything.
like
I
I don't
can't even
even
get mad at it. I
see,
gotta agree.
like us growing up in this, like in the state that we're in, and I understand where you're coming from. So I definitely feel you. Uh, but what I do have to say is like I'm gonna have to jump off, but I want to leave it on this note right here. I don't. I thought I was gonna disagree with you on something. I have no arguments about anything you said tonight. I was like,
Because
I,
listen
like,
on the panel. Just go ahead
Jumbo,
and admit it.
you know
We
what?
listen on the panel.
She picked out a good topic, and you know what? It's okay for us to disagree and agree. You know what I mean? But you picked out a good topic tonight, and we're gonna have to do another segment again. I'll definitely come up and collaborate with you again. But this has been a really good topic. It
I was gonna.
really has.
I swear I thought I was like, oh, I'm ready for this fight. Like I'm an argumentative person. Like I'm a great debater. I love debating. You know what I'm saying? Not arguing, but debating.
Yeah.
But just like picking somebody else's brain and then picking my brain and stuff. Like I thought I was gonna have something I disagree with you, and I gotta say this. And I understand. I don't have anything to disagree with you on. Like even your last comment, I'm not. I gotta agree with you on that one. Like,
Yeah, because when we talked about that whole child situation, my
Uh-huh.
sister had a child in high school. Who choice
Yeah.
was that? That was her choice.
Okay.
That was her choice to have that baby and be pregnant in high school. But for me, I was doing my thing too, but I was not gonna mess around like that because I was not interested. So this topic was spot on. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a good topic, and I feel like whoever plan to listen later, they will enjoy it. Just hearing like the different perspectives about this, but it's really important to hear it from a woman too, the perspectives, from
absolutely.
women too, because that's important when we talk about that situation.
I
Like
just
so.
wanted y'all to. I wanted y'all to had to identify the barriers, like me, the identify the barriers on considerable reasons to why Black women are remaining single while maintaining motherhood inside an environment she has to hate. So, do Black women create what they hate? Yes,
Well, we may
yes.
have to do another segment though, because I'm gonna jump off too because I gotta eat dinner. But we're gonna probably have to do a segment too to talk about, more in depth about barriers.
It's an extended
Yeah,
topic. Hey, my deals. I'm gonna leave y'all on this note. And, I'm gonna say that right. Absolutely, women create what they hate. There's a reason why there are a lot of single mothers out here, and there's a reason why there's a lot of right women. Women are very controlling, but not good leaders. Being in control doesn't mean you're a good leader. Like if you
That's
have control,
true.
it does not mean that you are a good leader.
That's true. All day long.
Women are in control of a lot of situations where they are not good leaders. And most women don't even want to lead. They actually want to follow a man, but they don't want to just follow any man. In society, especially with social media and everything, it has made women have these absurd perspectives of what type of man that they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
You are 5 and you want 10. What the heck?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like it's
Yeah.
like I'm realistic. I'm not the most handsome man in the world. I'm about 6.5, 7 on the scale, right? Why would I expect 10 results
Mm-hmm.
when I'm 6.7, 7.5 and a half? Like that's realistic. It's
Yeah.
unrealistic.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, a lot of women, confidence have been ballooned. It's been blown up so much to where everything, oh, that girl getting it. Girl, you don't look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
Yeah.
you don't have the benefits.
Yeah.
Girl, you are not Oprah. You're not Oprah.
Right. Hey, you right though about that social media because I was actually gonna do a little video on Facebook because I noticed that so many people get caught up in what somebody else is doing, what they look like, what they riding in. Why is that important to post what you got going on in your life on social media and then
Never,
be consumed with it to where it makes you? Because
yes.
they really get consumed
Called
with whatever's
status.
going on with social media. I mean, I even noticed that like somebody may get consumed with what type of ride that a man may post online, not thinking like, oh, you could go rent one. I mean, yeah, he went out and rented a
Like,
car and posted it online.
like, does he have a good personality? Does he?
Yeah,
Is he articulate? Can he speak? Can he verbalize? Connotate, denuntate. You know what I'm saying? Like, how far are you thinking? I'm a guy from the hood, and I promise you, I can break down. I can speak to a person in the courtroom the same way I can speak to a person in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
right,
I got vast, um, vast vocabulary.
right,
Not even about my vocabulary. I'm um, I'm extensive in the way I can adapt to different environments.
right. That's
I know how to handle somebody in the courtroom, and I also know how to handle somebody in the street.
mm-hmm.
It doesn't make me less of a man because I know how to balance myself in between the two.
Yeah, yeah.
It just means I'm versatile.
You right. Yeah. But you know
So
what? With this new generation, and I'm not even gonna say with some of the young people, because it's the older people too, sometimes they can be a part of, a part of the problem too when we talk about the stuff that's going on with social media out there on Facebook and stuff. Yeah. I'm not even gonna blame it on them, but some of those young people, the older people are a part of that problem too. But you're right about being able to have some balance. Balance is important. Yeah,
Oh,
balance
right.
is
That's
important.
stability.
Yeah,
That's stability.
yeah, you right about that. That is so.
Having a stable household upbringing.
It's hard for
Commitment driven. Goal
well,
oriented. Let's
well,
get it
commitment
together.
these days is not the same.
Oh, it's posting before you even brush your teeth or wash your damn face or feed your kids now.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
It's
They
all about
consume
status.
and they tell like they whole life. You know what I'm saying? It's like me telling them like how many vehicles I own. I don't have to
That's
tell you
what
those
I was
things
saying,
to feel
Sonny.
happy.
When that armored truck robbery happened, and the
Yeah.
lady that just started working
Java,
there
we talked
posted that
about that at the
online.
beginning. Uh,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why
because that was talking about these
ain't that
people.
a federal job, Jabo?
Huh?
A truck, ain't that a federal job? Or is that independent? A truck driving and working for them folks. Because you're messing with banks. You're messing with the little corner mom pop grow. I don't know, gas station. Is that federal?
No, it's an independent contractor.
Okay.
Yeah. And we was kind of talking about a young person too that was on a dating app. You probably heard of this case about, I think it was Lauren Smithfield, somewhere on the East Coast.
No, are you talking about in Connecticut?
Yeah. She was messing around, beautiful young lady, but just kind of made the wrong decisions. When we talk about choice, like choices, money is not that important. I mean,
not my life.
Yeah, not there. I mean, just things like that, and that has a lot to do with social media.
Hey, Sonny, I don't mean to cut you off, but I promise you, like, I would love to get back on this panel with you. Like, I love the way we bounce ideas and back and forth and everything.
Okay, let me know when you bounce out another topic, and I'll be here. Yeah, let me know. Just get them topics together.
No problem.
Because these young people need to hear this stuff. You know what I mean? They need to hear it. They need help.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely.
I don't think we should fault them for what they not know.
I got you.
But we have to fault them for what they do.
Hey, Paige, I definitely appreciate you inviting me on the panel again. And Paige, always, Paige T. Clean, you know what I'm saying? Representing all day. And Sonny, I enjoyed you. OG, I definitely enjoyed you as well. Zone as well. He ain't here now, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm here. I ain't went nowhere.
Okay.
You talking about Zone.
Yeah. I enjoyed everybody on the panel today. It was peaceful. It was really nice. We had our moments that we could disagree, and we had our moments that we agreed, and it balanced out well. It did.
Thank y'all for all coming. Thank y'all.
But people were not disagreeing disrespectful. Now you can disagree, but you don't have to be disrespectful. That's what some people they don't know about that part.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. That's a great focal point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate all y'all.
I want to say I respect all y'all, and I appreciate this platform. I appreciate you, T-Pace, give me the chance to put my voice out there, my opinions out there. For anybody who and definitely would jump back. But I got to sign out tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Paige T. Clean, thank you again.
Jabo,
thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
All right. See you all later.
Thanks, honey. I want you to go on get you something to eat, because old school and made cheeseburger, hamburger, something. It looked good, and I can't even see it. I can smell that ground beef. I smell ground beef because I saw light bread. I saw white bread.
He had the salt and pepper. He was whipping up.
Man, hey, that's that old down south burger.
What with that white bread? I was looking burger. Like,
I don't
and I looked at the time.
That's right.
All right, I'm gonna log out.
And the kitchen is already clean right now because I done cleaned the skillet. So
already,
yeah, that's how good that dialogue
all right,
was.
y'all have a good night.
Thanks, Sonny.
Okay.
Yeah. So how you think tonight topic was on the Paige T. Clean platform, old school? What you gonna close out for them?
This went wonderful. So you just keep on moving forward the way you moving. And that's it. Have some interesting doggone, topics that everybody can doggone relate to and talk about. opposed to trying to clout chase on somebody else's name to get all types of people viewing. You know, the only people you really want are the people that's on that same plane that you and your panel on. You know what I mean? So
I appreciate you
that's
coming
how
out.
that go right there. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Shoot. So I'm gonna drop on off, finish off this beer, and watch me some good old Doc Holliday. I'm your Huckleberry.
All right.
I got Tombstone in this DVD player. So I'm finna watch me a good old movie. Hopefully I don't end up like this here in the movie watching me and I wake up and now I'm cramped up because I wasn't laying my butt in the bed.
Well, peace out, old school. Thank you.
All right, you.
All right. Drive Judah, man, you still there, man? Because I'm signing off, man. Yeah, I appreciate y'all stopping, man. Man, y'all go ahead and support the channel, man. You know what I'm talking about. Make sure y'all tune in for real because we breaking this all down. We need positive effect. You get in what you put out. And right now, I'm out. Thank you.